You are now tuned into the Boxing Voice Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. And today's episode is going to be Andre Ward. Must he destroy Alexander Brand or risk killing his brand? Plenty of topics to talk about. Knockout or bust? Shouldn't he knock out a level of opponent as Alexander Brand? Is Alexander Brand worthy? Not worthy as an opponent, but is he brand worthy? Is he doing anything to build up this potential Kovalev versus Andre Ward fight? We'll also touch on the latest news of Tyson Fury with the whole PED scandal. The ban has been lifted. The fight will go on. But fight fans giving him a bit of a hall pass. Povetkin didn't get it this easy. And should Vladimir pull out the way that Deontay pulled out of his Povetkin fight? And last but not least, who will you be picking? Alexander Brand versus who else? None other than pound for pound, TBV's pound for pound, according to yesterday's on-demand episode, Andre Ward. And also, latest breaking news, not too long ago, it's just been confirmed by Lance Pugmire, the writer from the Los Angeles Times, just confirmed that Manny Pacquiao will be facing Jesse Vargas. So all that and more. If you want to listen, stick around, and we will be taking calls for sure.
Boxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him actually, he was crying there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
Boxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
WBO Productions.
Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition. And now we're going to head over across the pond really quick over to London to talk to none other than...
But is this a little bit wingy? Wingy.
Value flat out here. What's the problem? Got us in trouble. It's not. Value's done it.
And a big shout out to Wingy as well. Real hardcore.
I like Wingy.
Who is just the biggest boxing nut I've ever met.
Came to London looking for static. Let's go, champ. Have a good day.
What's going on, Nestor? We're back again with Fiends, Boxing Fiends. Again, you sound from London. I'm actually Leicester, but it's all good. It's all good. Andre Ward, Alexander Brand. Are people going to accept this opponent? Are people going to say it's not good enough? Is it good enough? Is it a warm-up? We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it.
I mean, you tell me. You brought it up. Is it good enough for you?
I mean, I can accept it because I can see the end goal. I can see what's coming. With regards to people comparing it to Chilemba, comparing Brand to Chilemba, I think Chilemba's the better opponent. However, people have gone into overdrive because Chilemba either performed better than we expected or Kovalev was a little bit switched off. People are now having time travel experiences, i.e. they're saying Chilemba was great. It was such a great... They weren't saying that before the fight. The UK crew, we were quite aware of Chilemba, obviously, because he had two big fights over here. We're aware of him. With regards to Brand, I'm going to accept it. I'm not happy with it, but I will accept it because I know what's coming.
Now, since you're such a good sport, I'm pretty sure you went back and watched footage of Brand just so you can give a proper assessment, right?
Yes, certainly, sir. You're laughing. It's got to be done.
Did you happen to find that Badu Jack fight?
I did find the Badu Jack fight. Yeah, I'd seen that at the time, but I watched it again to score it. I can't remember what my score was, actually. I'll have to get that up. But I did watch that fight again, yeah. What did you think of that fight?
Man, you know I didn't watch that shit.
I did watch it.
No, he lost to Badu Jack at 10-0. And, there's no problem with that because, look, Badu Jack went on to be a WBC champion. He went on to face adversity, get knocked out, come back and be a champion, right? So all credit to Badu Jack. But, you know what I mean? But, I don't know, man. I mean, Brand, who is he? That's all I want to know.
I had him drawing in that fight, but I've got to be honest, it was a long time. It was, you know, it's a long time ago, wasn't it? Was it 2012 or something? And you know, a few pro Ward people out there are saying, look, you know, he drew with Badu Jack or whatever. He was in a good fight with Badu Jack or whatever. Split decision with Badu Jack. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Badu Jack was like 10 fights in at the time.
And
Brand, go.
And also, right, like Badu Jack, 10 fights at 10 fights. He didn't have the skill that he has now, but he will, like, I mean, it's safe to say he would never be Andre Ward.
The thing is, though, Brand is so defensively open. He's really open. And for somebody who can counter, tie you up, do little small little changes on the inside, shift his weight like Ward, he's gonna chop Brand up. I've got him, you know, I know we're not doing a pick yet or whatever, that's the last thing, but it's, you know, Ward should look good in this fight. You know, I'm not putting too much pressure on him, but it should look good. He's also bringing Brand up to 175, isn't it? Yeah, he's going to bring Brand up. So Ward should look good in this fight.
First fight at 175, being as though he's been 168 pounder his whole career. Listen, I tried to find what I could on the guy. Not much, you know. Surprisingly enough, he had that fight with Badu Jack. And you know what? I cannot pronounce the last fight that he had, but that's a red hot prospect. He's like a Russian. I could get Jeffrey to do it for sure, without a doubt.
Bring in Jeffrey. Jeffrey will sort that.
Let me see what's going on here. But yeah, that guy is even trained by freaking Shields. I wish I would have known yesterday that Alexander Brand beat this guy. We could have asked Ronnie Shields about that loss. Because I know that this prospect right here was on the up and up. As you can see, he already fought a guy like Alexander Brand when he only had 15 fights at the time, or 16 fights. So, yeah, man, at least he does have one credible win, at least in my opinion. But again, this guy will never be Andre Ward, the one. But let me see if Jeffrey can do it. You know he takes a little while.
Yeah. Jeffrey, what you got for us, brother?
Here we go.
Dead air. Jeffrey, don't do this. Look at that.
Majid Bakhtamirov.
There you go.
I mean, offensively, Brand, he's not too bad. He's got that sort of, I'm not going to say Sam Solomon. He's not quite as loose, but you know, that sort of dipping in and out, hands low, popping shots. There's no real structure to when Brand boxes. So that kind of makes him a little bit tricky, as we saw Badu Jack had those issues in 2012. A couple of issues in the early rounds. But this is Andre Ward. Do you know what I mean? Andre Ward, if you're going to swing wildly like that, Andre Ward's going to time that all day long. To be fair, no, it's not good enough. In all honesty, I'm going to say it's not good. It's not good enough. Even for a warm up, I would have wanted to have seen better. But I'm not a Ward hater. I'm not going to be on here and sort of stomp on Ward. I'm not going to be a Ward hater in this. But yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit better, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
All right, I'm so happy that you chose that route. It's going to make this show so much more interesting. Let me just pull up, if I can, our rankings. I was just sent an updated version yesterday, so may take some time here. Actually, let's move on to the next topic while I find that. Is Brand going to do anything to build up this fight? Can Virgil Hunter or Kellerman and Lampley and the whole HBO crew say to their viewers, well, Brand brings punching power, so he's preparing Andre Ward for Kovalev?
Nah, not really, because Brand, he may bring punching power, but he doesn't apply it in the same way as Kovalev. Brand's punching power is a little bit freestyle. It's a little bit wide when he swings. Kovalev's punching power is a lot better applied, so they can't really use that angle. I mean, I guess they're going to talk about the split decision to Badu Jack. Brand does have, when you look on paper, a good knockout ratio. And as you say, you know, he got that split decision win against that prospect, which is pretty good.
And that was a look. I'm not gonna say he was heavily touted. He was definitely not getting the recognition of a Gennady Golovkin when he was coming up. But you know, a lot of people were pushing this guy at me. You know, and I'm not, you know, not trainers or anything like that, but you know, people were telling me about him. And then he landed with Ronnie Shields. He's from Russia, right? So who knows?
One thing I will say is, though, which not many people talk about, when people say this opponent isn't really good for Ward going into this fight, the opponent before this, Sullivan Barrera, was good. It's right. It's better. So he should have almost switched it around. It should have been Brand first, then Barrera. So he still had that. He's still got a good opponent on his resume recently going into the Kovalev fight, as in Barrera, because people, excuse me, sorry, people were rating Barrera at first, right? And then after the fact, when Andre Ward goes in there, yeah, Andre Ward got touched up a little bit. When Andre Ward goes in there and wins most of the rounds, pretty much every round, then they're like, oh, Barrera wasn't that good. And I know what people were saying beforehand. So the Barrera win, having that there, for me, I'm not going to say it prepares him for Ward, but he's gone for Kovalev, sorry, but he's gone in there with a difficult, tough opponent. It's just in the wrong order. It should have been Brand first, and we should be talking about Barrera now.
All right. So I'm glad again that you chose the route. Oh, I didn't even say in the opener, we're going to have two guests on today, Bryant Perrella and none other than IBF #1 contender in the 154-pound division, who's going to be facing Jermall Charlo for that 154-pound title in October, Julian J-Rock Williams. He'll be on, I believe, at 8:30 is what Monster P said. But check the chat because she's in there. It looks like 8:30, and Bryant Perrella will be on. He's a young, up-and-coming 147-pounder, 6 feet tall. Interesting kid, big knockout ratio. It reminds me of Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman bust on the scene at 17-0. And not in skill, talking, okay? Before you guys hang me out the window or something. All right, so the game that I wanted to play, because you said he wasn't worthy, and not worthy as in what I have in the topic box. I mean, you basically said, Brand, this wasn't a good opponent, right? So the game I would like to play is, in each division, you tell me that the hottest guy in that division, you wouldn't sign up with him to take 2 give me fights as long as he's fighting the best in the division. Meaning, in the heavyweight division, if Deontay Wilder came out and said, hey, give me another 2 and my next fight guaranteed, or not guaranteed, but is the contract that quote unquote HBO has with Andre Ward, that the next fight is Kovalev, all right? I don't want to go outside of those boundaries. So if Deontay said the same thing, I'm fighting Joshua Fury next, won't you sign up?
When you say won't I sign up, what do you mean? Do you mean am I going to be happy with that?
Yes.
Right, okay. Yeah, that's a good question. It's like, it's an end to a mean. And because of the way our sport works with regards, there's not a table system, there's not a structure system. It's kind of, you can fight whoever you want. We have to kind of accept this and say, look, Ward's fighting somebody who's below his level, but because we know what's coming at the end of the rainbow, so to speak, it's okay. So if every fighter, you know, if we had that for every fighter, it wouldn't be perfect, but it would be better than what we got now. So, for example, I don't know, Keith Thurman is mandatory. The guy would be Shane Mosley, and then after that, let's say, I mean, Errol Spence Jr. guaranteed. Do you get what I'm saying? If the system was like that, it would be okay. So that's what we've got here with the Ward. That's a good question, man.
Man, it sucks to have you as a host sometimes. Look, I thought I was gonna sandbag you into that when you were gonna say no, we were gonna go down the whole. Makes no sense to go down the division, because I would sign up to any guy in any division, not any guy rather, but every top guy, right? Because even if Joshua did the same thing and said he was gonna take 2 more and then go straight at Wilder, I'd be hearing his name as well. Cruiserweight division, I'm not interested in. Lightweight division, Ward's already doing it. Super middleweight division, same thing. If Badu Jack, which he's already had one with Porky Medina, right? Or whoever the hell he just fought, right? Lucien Boutte, right? So if he gets 1 more, then James DeGale, sign me up. Callum Smith, now he moved out of the division, right? And whatever. No. That's Liam Smith fighting Canelo. Same thing for Callum then. If he takes 2 and he goes right in there with a DeGale or a Badu Jack or Anthony Durrell or Andre, sign me up. You know what I mean? But the way that we have it now, Like you said, there's no structure. It's chaos. 1 minute we think we got Manny Pacquiao versus Danny Garcia. Next thing you know, we got Jesse fucking Vargas.
All because they said we don't like the style of another fighter, which is ridiculous, really, isn't it?
It is.
But yeah, man, it's I like that. I like that proposition. So taking that into account, you can sort of, it's hard to say it, you can kind of accept this Ward and Kovalev situation because we know it's coming. Not perfect, but better than they're not fighting at all.
Listen to me. Everyone that calls into this show would sign up if Canelo, see, because that's where HBO messed up. They gave Canelo 2 fights, but they didn't. He doesn't have that same Ward deal. If Canelo had the Ward deal where he got Khan, then Liam Smith, and his next fight was Triple G, we'd be here cheering Canelo. I know I'd be in Texas. But I'm not going to support that shit.
I've never heard anyone raise that. That's a very good point, man. Very good point. Very good point.
You know, but that's why people should always come to this show because, you know, we raise very good points. Moving on, another freaking topic that I must raise, right? As you can see, HBO, a big pile of money, Andre Ward with his hands up. Why? Because us boxing fans are the retards. You see, again, Wingy, I have to keep poking the knife. We're poking at the bear, even though in the previous show you already gave up and said, you know, yeah, even though it's free for you, you could understand why I'm upset at Crawford Postal being pay-per-view. Taking that again, same argument, right? Crawford Postal was pay-per-view. It was actually a compelling fight on paper and on pay-per-view. We knew it was at least 50-50, 60-40, right? Andre Ward is being paid the total sum of that entire fight, both Crawford's 1.3 and Postal's 6.75, right? Or not, excuse me, too many numbers there. 675,000, right? Ward's his last fight with Sullivan Barrera was 1.8 million. Like, so we get Ward Brand for free on HBO Championship. I mean, just slap yourselves. You weirdos that are out there promoting this shit and trying to cause this segregation in the sport. Just take your glasses off, wipe the fog. You're getting Brand versus Ward for the same money that they quote unquote couldn't give Crawford Postal, and we had to pay for that shit. I'm just saying.
There's got to be some point though where Andre Ward started getting these kind of really started being able to demand these really high purses. Somebody said yes at some point, so he's not going to go back and say, oh, I'll have less money, is he? If they're going to give it to him, he's going to keep doing it. Now, with regards to Andre Ward, he's my number one pound for pound. He's barely lost a round in his career, and he's got a great resume. So I do respect him as a fighter, but I feel uncomfortable with him taking this kind of high amounts of money because that's robbing other cards. Robbing where the money could filter elsewhere. Do you see what I'm saying? But where did it start when he sort of started getting these massive paydays and we all accepted it? Do you get what I'm saying? But
I don't know.
I'm not going to moan too much because honestly, Ward's at the top of the pile for me. Maybe it's because I get a lot of what you guys have to pay for free over it. I don't know, man.
I don't know the exact fight that took him over the top, but I'm sure the deal was solidified once the Super 6 was done and Hirschman went from Showtime to HBO. He brought Ward with him. Remember, Ward was a Hirschman creation on Showtime Super 6. When Hirschman got the HBO deal, whoop, he took him with him. Right? So he probably had a high mandatory minimum, like Timothy Bradley, right? Like once Timothy signed with Bob Arum, he got the first fight, which was Casamayor. That was like 1.2. And before that, remember the Devin was 1.2, right? So then he got the Pacquiao fight at like 6 million was that first one. He don't go backwards. It was in the contract already. He was supposed to receive 8. He was mad as fuck. I remember bringing him on the show and talking about it because he was supposed to get 8 guaranteed for the rematch because he got 6 on the first one, but because he quote unquote won, but you know they finagled the fact that he didn't really win and allegedly he didn't get that 8. Who knows what really happened, you know? But the point is, once you're winning, your paycheck doesn't decrease. Like Areola made 150 versus Wilder because he's been on the down. But you know that Wilder wasn't making no 150,000. Wilder made like a 1.4, I believe, you know? And that's the way that it goes. Broner, same thing. He was at 1.25 with Malignaggi. So I'm sure after the losses, he probably went down. But the kid he draws so well, he probably still $1 million fighter. You know what I'm saying? But even though his numbers had been shaky.
And then a lot of people do cry about the amount of money that Ward makes. But if you are going to give any fight, and this is a devil's advocate suggestion, people, so chill. But if you are going to give a fighter a high amount of money or good cash, surely it's going to be a fighter with the resume and skills of Andre Ward. For example, if another exciting fighter, which people like, was given that kind of money, hold on. If another exciting fighter that people like, let's say Golovkin, was given that kind of money that Ward gets, would we hear the outcry? Is it just because Ward's style isn't as visually appealing why we're not happy that he gets so much money? If it was a banger, knockout, would we say, yeah, of course he can get that money? I'm just presenting the argument. Yeah, I respect Ward's resume. Ward beat Carl Froch, for God's sake. And if you beat Carl Froch, you deserve a monies.
All right. Hey. I respect him.
I'm just putting that out there, just as a possible.
And you're right. You're right. Because Gennadi's getting about the same. You know, I remember Lawford telling me he hasn't made over 2. So, you know, that puts him in the same Ward range. And the fact that Barrera got 450, I mean, it was rumored that both Rosado and Stevens got around that much to fight Golovkin. So you're right. It's the same scenario.
Just because Ward's style isn't as appealing, we're not really happy with him getting that kind of money. Whereas Golovkin, because he's showing the knockouts, people are happy with it. I don't know. Food for thought.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But so you update us because this is so good. I finally got a UK correspondent. I read the news. I know that Fury has been, could we say, liberated, or at the very least, it's like he's been released on bail while going to trial, right? Because it's not necessarily over. It's pending a hearing, right?
Basically, yeah. UCAD
has been lifted.
That's basically it. Yeah, there's nothing more to it than that. The suspension's been lifted until a hearing in front of the National Anti-Doping Panel. The date for that hasn't been determined as of yet, so he can fight until it's looked at again, if you get what I'm saying. One thing that is interesting, which I know you're a conspiracy theorist, UCAD revealed that they did suspend Fury on the 24th of June, and that was the day that he actually announced he was pulling out of his rematch because of the injury. So, but yeah, that's the situation. It's been lifted for now. And there we go. It's the same with Fury. His allegations have been lifted as well, while they're going to look into it further. Me personally, I've got an awkward feeling about this. I don't actually think it's true. And that's not me being UK, because people know I'm not the biggest fan of Tyson Fury as a person. But I've got a feeling about this. It doesn't. I don't know. You know, sometimes you get that feeling. It doesn't seem right. I don't think this is going to stick, if I'm being honest, bro. And obviously, with the fact that Hughie Fury is lifted, we'll roll into the next little bit of kind of Tyson-related news. Today, Peter Fury was talking to Eddie Hearn on Twitter, and he said, look, basically, let's make this fight with AJ. Now, there's me. As soon as that was announced, I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. Oh, it's great. Then I was like, chill, Wingy, you big, fat, effing idiot. Just chill, yeah? The reason that Peter Fury's doing this is because he's trying to take attention away from the fact of all this anti-doping, talking about Hughie versus AJ. But there we go. That's the mini update, brother.
Now, do you feel that the general public, the fight fans, have been giving him a bit of a pass? I mean, he tests positive. No one's talking shit like they were talking about Alexander Povetkin, that's for sure.
First of all, I disagree with you there. All this talking shit about Alexander Povetkin, are you joking? I actually felt that it was, all I heard was people saying it was almost like it was Deontay Wilder's fault. Alexander Povetkin's got a massive pass for this shit. No boxing fans have been like, I can't believe it. This is atrocious. If he fights Wilder again, people are pretty much going to accept it. While Alexander Povetkin's kind of got a pass in this. So people have been a lot more harsh on Tyson Fury than they have on Povetkin, in my opinion. I don't know if that's anti-Deontay Wilder hate. I don't know. But Povetkin seemed to have got a pass on this shit. That's how I feel, mate. But with regards to Tyson Fury, I mean, I can't give my opinion for everybody over here, but my personal feelings is, and most people that I speak to, is that something's not right. It doesn't seem right. Like the whole situation doesn't seem right. What do you think, man, from over there?
Man, you know, I don't really get involved
You don't like talking about this sort of thing, do you? Unless you.
There's really nothing I can do. You know, it's one of those things, man, where until they do some sort of what are we gonna call it? Maybe like a got to be like a league, something universal that can maybe
determine if they're telling the truth.
No, it has to be like football and basketball where everyone is doing it. It just can't be according to the fighter when the fight gets signed. It's got to be a year-round thing, like
a whole, a properly moderated system. I agree, but that's the freestyle nature of boxing with regards to these things. I mean, the fact that Povetkin could be fighting. I'm just picking on Povetkin. I can't remember the fight now. It was Vargas and Salido. That whole fight was a mess, wasn't it? There was drug traces there. We even have Max Kellerman.
Everybody, Danny and Eric Morales. I mean, Cunningham Tarver, Berto, Victor Ortiz, Khan, Lamont Peters. I mean, it's just so many. At this point, we do need some sort of governing body.
We even had Manny Pacquiao Kellerman actually saying before that Vargas Salido fight, well, there's a little bit of a trace of drug, but it's so small, the fight should still go ahead. It's like if Max Kellerman, who people look up to, and I do respect his boxing knowledge, if Max Kellerman is approving of this shit, and what the fuck, Alexander Povetkin, there's drugs there. Oh, don't matter. Yeah, we'll just long it out a little bit, and then we'll just have the fight happen. So, no, no. I just don't feel right about this Tyson Fury thing. I don't think it's true. #Free Fury.
All right. So one of the topics that, like I said, it was a bit of breaking news. I didn't really want to run with it until I seen Lance Pugmire put out his article. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people were quoting Filipino news sites and things like that, and it's like, is Manny really back? But according to Lance Pugmire's article on the LA Times, Michael Kuntz, the advisor manager of Manny Pacquiao, stated that Manny made his decision, and it is Jesse Vargas is going to get the shot. I guess the only thing that I'm going to say, because I'm not a glass half empty type of guy, I'm not going to shit on the fight. It is what it is. I mean, Manny's been through the gauntlet, right? Like, so if he needs a couple, we're giving Ward a couple. This is what I'm saying. Like, we have to be, I guess, mindful of our criticism sometime, man. Like, it always reminds me of the time everybody gave Keith Thurman shit for taking a body shot. He actually didn't go down.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That's so true, yeah.
It's so funny with these guys. So, like, if Manny needs what the hardcore or hipster is going to call an easy fight with Jesse Vargas, okay. Because the upside is that Jesse Vargas, he gets his boxing dream, right? Like a young kid, Latin descent, minority, came up the rankings and got his fucking shot at Manny Pacquiao, an opportunity at the, pound for pound supremacy, right? So that's why I don't hate on some of these, right? Some of these types of fights that are like this, because, in one angle, it's that kid's dream, right? It's everybody beating on that bag hopes to be the champ one day. And if it really came down to me and you deciding whether Jesse Vargas gets to fight fucking Pacquiao, he might shoot us if we said no. Like, think about it, man. It's not cool. Like, we're talking about his lottery ticket.
I think the situation here is that in reality, if people just step back, and that's why even before I was on this show, this is my favorite podcast, because of what you said then. You're not a glass half empty guy. Where there's so much negativity in this shit. I hear people negativity all of effing time. At the end of the day, it's not the fight which we'd want, but just because it's not the opponent which we'd want doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a decent fight. Yeah, Jesse Vargas is not the perfect opponent, but it can still be a good fight. Stylistically, Vargas, although he would. Sorry, go on, bro.
Master, are you there? Are we live now with Brian?
We are. Brian is on the line right now.
Brian, listen, I'm Latin descent, but I don't want to ruin your name. So is it Perrella? What is it? How you say it?
No, it's just Perrella. It's just Perrella, but a lot of people do say it like that. So
Perrella.
It's all good, but yeah, it's just Perrella.
Oh, because you're Italian, not Spanish, right?
Yeah, that's my Italian background. That's what the Perrella is. Yeah.
The good fella, Nes. Good fella.
I know the Goodfella is his nickname. So listen, Goodfella, thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to you and kind of introduce you to our audience. So before I pass you to my co-host, I will introduce you to Daniel Wingy, my co-host, and you just introduce yourself to our listeners, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I am Bryant Perrella, 14-0 with 13 knockouts.
Well, speaking of that knockout ratio, it seems to be a lot that is spoken about when people bring up your name. I remember another Italian descent, up-and-coming prospect at the time. He just fought Earl Spence. Help me here, Wingy. Come on. Phil Greco.
Oh.
Too late. I got it. Phil Greco.
Greco.
He also had a lot of power, right? So just tell us a little bit about that power. How natural is it in the sense that, you know, you don't really work on it? Was it something that you were just born with, or is it something you've been working on in the gym?
It's something that it's a combination of both. I've been working on it since once I got in the boxing game. You know, I always looked up to the strong, explosive, powerful punchers in boxing. Mike Tyson, Tommy Hearns, you guys that are very dynamic. So I used to train in that manner. I would hit the bag hard and fast as I possibly could. And, you know, over time, it gradually you become a stronger puncher. Not only that, I mean, I feel like I am physically strong. And, you know, I not only punch with bad intentions, but a lot of it is just with proper form and the way delivery of the punches. And punches they don't see coming are really the ones that do the most damage. So I feel like a combination of all those things is really what is racking up the knockout.
Brian, it's Wingy here from the UK. Just got a question for you, man. Now, I've only seen a few of your fights over here in the UK. So when I look at your style, I see that you like to draw your opponent in, kind of set traps, but then you're also quite offensive as well. Is there a particular style that you have, or does it just depend on the opponent in front of you?
Yeah, I don't really put myself in a box and say I have a certain style. I don't really have a style. I don't believe in styles. I just believe in adapting and adjusting to whatever happens in the ring. But ultimately, man, I am I would say an aggressive counter puncher type guy. I like to set traps. I'm always constantly trying to apply my boxing on the other guy. If he's not going to punch, I'm going to punch. And when he punches, I'm going to be ready to counteract that or time him in between his shots. Whatever it is, man. But I'm always in there looking for the kill. I'm always looking to do as much damage as possible each and every round. So, yeah, you pretty much hit it on the head, man. You know, I'll go forward, but I like to counter as well and force the counters.
Very good. Ness?
Now, Brian, as an up-and-coming fighter, obviously ranking and regional titles and actually winning world titles is so important. So I don't know if you frequent the rankings or not, but as I'm looking, you're around 29, and the names around you aren't bad. Like, they're very sexy names. Frederick Lawson just lost, I remember, to Kevin Bizier. And Mike Alvarado is a name that everyone knows, right? Shane Mosley is a legend. These are all guys slightly above you. I mean, Lawson at 28, Mosley at 27, Mike Alvarado at 26, Chi Santana, who just lost to Benavidez, at 25, Jamal James, who's actually red hot, at 24. Are you watching these guys and being part of that PBC, you know, stable? Are you really watching Jamal James and maybe a Frederick Lawson? And where do you see yourself at? Do you think that you're properly ranked?
You know, the rankings are a tricky situation, man, because I was ranked around the same before my last fight. And I know I fought a guy 14-0 with 10 knockouts, another prospect, and my ranking kind of just stayed the same. And it was kind of a surprise to me. But it is true that it's crazy. I got some big names that are surrounding me, similar in the rankings. It's really like a dream come true, man. My name being even around Shane Mosley, like, man, it's hard for me to even comprehend that, man. But it's happening, man. You know, I don't really watch too much or study these guys. You know, I'm just focusing on working on myself and getting better each and every single day. Whatever opponent they bring to the table, that's fine. That's what we're going to take, man. We say yes to every single guy they bring. We don't care who it is, man. So it's really down to my management and what they want to do. My job is to be prepared to the fullest and to come out on top no matter who they put in front of me. So that's my mindset on the whole thing, man.
Now, in your David Grayton fight, when he come at you pretty aggressively. And I noticed you started swinging. I'm not going to say you didn't abandon your boxing, but you made it a good, exciting fight as well. Was that the crowd that got you into that? Was that the fact that he was in your face, or did you just decide I'm going to go for this?
Man, that was me saying, look, you're going to respect my distance, respect my territory in this ring. You're not going to come in here and just bully me around just because he likes to be aggressive. That's all right, but you know, I'm going to fight back aggressively in a boxing style. You know, I'm not the type to just stick and move and run around, which, you know, I can do that. But, I mean, you know, I'm not going to just give up that power struggle, especially when I feel I have the power and strength advantage already. There's no reason for that. You know, mainly I just try to keep a guy within my distance. And, you know, and a guy like that, I just catch him coming in. Eventually, he's going to stop progressing because he feels like that's not working. I'm shutting the door every time he tries to come in. Next thing you know, they're backing up, and now I'm applying the pressure, and that's the beginning of the end for the breakdown. So that's just how I fight, man. I'm not the type to just run away because the guy's pressuring me. That's just not me, man. I'm one that's always looking to do that damage. So, you know, I'm just fighting back. That's all it is.
It's very fun to watch. Nez?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking over your next opponent, and I actually know him personally. He's here in the tri-state area out in Paterson, New Jersey. He used to train in the gym of Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. I know Udonis Yulgas pretty well. He's a Cuban fighter. I thought he was going to turn out to be a lot more than what he did, but what he is very durable. If you knock him out, your power will be proven, right? Like, we will be able to say, like, yo, Perrella has real power, because Ulgas, I don't even think he's ever been down. He's definitely a durable guy, high guard, and knows how to use that Cuban amateur style. I mean, he lost a split decision, not a split decision, but a unanimous decision to Amir Iman and a split decision to Emmanuel Robles. It's tough to get him out of there. Are you at all worried? Have you watched a lot of tape, or do you just like to learn your opponent actually the day of?
I watched a little bit of tape here and there. I don't try to get sucked into watching too much because, you know, he hasn't fought in a minute, and at the same time, he could bring something different to the table. And really, I'm just going to focus on what I want to do in that ring and not so much what he's going to do. You know, I see his basic foundational way of fighting, you know. So and once I've seen that, we work on a few skill sets according to that style. But, yeah, man, my goal is to stop him, to be the first one. I took it as a challenge. I was excited when I seen, okay, he hasn't been stopped. Because, I mean, that always is a one-up. There's always some more credential and more recognition I can get from that. You know, a lot of guys I fought had never been stopped before, and I was the first one to stop him. This guy's no different. This guy has been battle-tested against some top guys and has never been down, never been stopped. So, yeah, man, if I'm the first guy to stop him, that would make a huge statement in my division. But I feel like I can and will be the first guy to stop him because, you know, no discredit to anybody he fought, but I feel like I'm a better boxer, a bigger puncher, and just a bigger fighter in general, especially in this welterweight division, man. I feel like my shots are going to be very debilitating, and they're going to drain the energy out of them every time I hit them. And I feel like I can get him out of there in under 10 rounds for sure.
Now, you use your sort of like length and style. You've got a distinctive style when I watch you box. What are your influences? Is it a little bit of Tommy Hearns, or are you not influenced?
Yeah, well, like I said, man, I look at, you know, coming up, I used to look up to a lot of explosive, dynamic fighters. But I also like the sweet science. I like guys like Mayweather and Rigondeaux and Andre Ward. Like, I enjoy that, the boxing aspect of it, the hit and don't get hit. So I try to blend it all together in my own unique style. And, you know, I work on different things that these guys do. I'll take some moves from guys, and I'll practice it myself. And just mold it all together and put it out there in that ring to where I can do anything. I can box smart and defensively and have that offensive power to get a guy out. And I feel like if I'm the superior boxer and I'm the biggest puncher, it's going to be hard for guys to deal with that. It's going to be really hard. I mean, a lot of times you see a guy who's a great boxer and he's winning rounds, and he goes to decision. And you would be like, man, imagine if he had power.
Yeah.
And that would be crazy, right? Well, that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be that guy. That guy who's an amazing boxer, but he has some lead in his hands to knock the guy out. And I feel like that's a very difficult situation for anybody to deal with.
Okay, my final question, and then I'll pass you over to Nes. First of all, in the fights that I've seen of yours, what you're saying actually rings true, because I've seen almost like 3 different styles in like the fights that I've seen of yours. So it's very interesting. Sometimes you'll box, sometimes there's power. But I've got to ask, Casual's not here, so I have to ask our co-host Casual. I have to ask a Casual question. Tell me about those suits, brother. How did they come about, man?
Oh man, the suits just popped up, man. Kind of went with the Goodfella situation, and at the same time, we have a little saying that it's never personal, it's always business. So when we step in that ring, man, it's time to take care of business. It's my office, and it's time to go to work. So that's what it is when I bring that suit out. It's time to go to work and take care of business, man, and handle the situation that's standing across the ring for me.
Well,
I'm sorry.
So I'm just gonna say, what I've seen, I really enjoy your fights, and I'm looking forward to seeing you progress over here in the UK. I'll pass it off to Nes.
In the UK, you want him to go over there? Or you...
Oh no, I mean from me sitting here looking on in the UK, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, Bryant, man, I just want to thank you. Obviously, I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on, and we want to wish you the best of luck in this big fight. I know you're main eventing in this one on ESPN, right?
Co-main event.
Co-main.
Co-main.
Hey, that's big enough, baby. That's big enough. You can still steal the show if the power is real. I'm telling you, knocking out Ulgas, the writers are going to write and the experts are going to talk if you knock out Ulgas. It hasn't been done before. He's durable. So we wish you the best of luck, brother. If you have any social media, give it out at this time so anybody that doesn't follow you can do so, and definitely follow your journey.
All right, well, look, everybody can follow me at Bryant Perrella. We're all across the board, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My Snapchat is Goodfella BP. You guys can hit me up on any of them social networks, man.
Well, all right, Brian, thank you so much. Masterpiece, thank you so much.
You guys are welcome. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
So let's open up these phone lines here. And,
good interview, man. Good interview.
Yes, it was. And I'm excited about this fight for him because Ulgas, he's not a world beater, but he is a barometer fight. It's a fight that can definitely tell us something about him moving forward. And like I said, if he gets a knockout, that's a little bit of a statement,
That's what I was going to ask you. Would you say?
Yeah, I respect Ulgas's defense, definitely.
Yeah.
He's Cuban. You're going to see he's going to be high guard, similar to the European. He tucks low, so you won't get his body. What I don't like is he's not active enough, but all his punches are straight. So, again, if, Perrella beats him, then I will continue to pay attention. All right, so it looks like we got some new callers here on Skype, but I'm going to go down the line because there is an order. Boxing MD, how are you doing today?
How's it going? I'm doing well. So, Wingy, do you have your mouthpiece in, or what some of you guys over there call gum shield? Or did we step away?
MD, you're coming at me already.
I have to. I really have to, because I'll address the biggest thing, the biggest area of hypocrisy. Because there's a difference between being biased or showing favoritism, which everybody has a bias, but being blatantly hypocritical.
Oh, this is Ward,
what you are.
This is Ward, isn't it?
No, not even Ward.
Oh,
you're biased with Ward. You're being hypocritical with Tyson Fury.
Okay, go on.
So how is this any different than Povetkin? Povetkin was cleared by the commission once, and I'm not one of those guys, and Ness could attest to that criticize Wilder for not fighting Povetkin. Because if you have an inkling of testing dirty, it's not an even playing field, and you're in a sport where you could die, or you could get severely injured, or you could get beaten by someone who's a cheat. So I do not criticize Wilder one inkling. I don't show any criticism towards him for that. So why free Fury?
Unfortunately, sir, as you often do, you're jumping in quick with a lead left hook and you're going to get caught. See, what happened is I actually said that my free Fury is just the kind of thing that I say. But with regards to actually the situation which Nez said, Nez actually said that people gave Povetkin a lot of stick. My only issue was, no, they didn't. And obviously, like you, I look a lot of boxing, and I'm sorry, in my opinion, they didn't. That's the only thing I'm saying. I didn't say Povetkin's situation is wrong and Tyson Fury is right. I've never once said that. All I said was that people gave Povetkin less stick than Tyson Fury. That's what I said.
Well, the difference is that, do you hear, and I'm not criticizing Wilder, but you could say there's maybe a different set and mentality. And I know because he lost to him, Fury has something that Wilder wants, right? But do you hear Klitschko going into the media and trying to sue Povetkin and trying to get him stripped and trying to get money back and et cetera, et cetera?
So this is about not liking Wilder. I thought we'd get to it in the end. Carry on.
I'm just calling out see that it's interesting because you paint me in a picture, and I actually
because you come at me. First, you come at me and said something incorrect. You said, "Why is this situation different from Povetkin's?" I never once said the situation's different. All I said is that Povetkin got to me, kind of got a bit of a pass. That's all I said. Then, secondly, it comes round to you talking about, well, why was Wilder suing him? Povetkin. Oh, continue. I'm starting to rant. Continue.
No, but immediately.
Wait, I'm not shaking my head at you.
I don't want to rant. Go on, carry on. I don't want to shout.
Funny, but immediately, like you go, like, I just say free Fury. So you immediately backed away from your stance. So it's okay.
Okay. Let me address that. You said I backed away from something. I do a lot of stupid stuff like playing devil's advocate. So, for example, you'll see me. Sometimes I'll go, Liam Smith is going to take on Canelo. That's just me being stupid, right? So if I go, free Fury, it's just what I do. I'm not honestly thinking that Liam Smith's going to go in there and take Canelo's head off. When I go, Kell Brook, GGG, better watch out for the chocolate brownie. That's just what I do. When I go, free Fury, that's what I do, okay? It's just my personality. Different ranges. I'm not stuck in the same monotone. Different ranges. That's all it is with me.
No, I totally get it. But again, like if you say that Kell Brook's going to knock out Triple G or whatever, it's a form of bias or favoritism, not hypocrisy. But it's okay. Let's move on. I won't talk about the Andre Ward fight. Knockout or bust, right? And again, this is another form of bias. Andre Ward hardly lost a round in his career. I mean, I'm not one that thought he looked bad at all against Sullivan Barrera. But you cannot say he didn't lose at least 3 rounds against Sullivan Barrera, maybe 9-3. So he did lose rounds against Sullivan Barrera. It's important to establish that. Just like somebody called in yesterday saying Lomachenko didn't lose, he lost. Okay, so some of the things are important to say, right? Also, these are 3 fights that he was given, right? This is his 3rd gimme fight, so it's not 2 or 3. So we have to be consistent. If we're okay with 3 fights before a major fight, it's okay, but then we just have to be consistent with that, right? So knockout or bust, he has to knock this guy out. And I know his last stoppage is against Paul Smith, but he's bringing up a guy from 168, and what else? So what should he do then? Just look good against this guy? I mean, this guy is there to get knocked out. Is he not?
Wait a minute. Kovalev is quote unquote the fucking crusher, and he didn't crush Chilemba. He didn't get a knockout. So why does Andre Ward have to get a knockout?
Are you comparing Chilemba, who is a natural 175
performances?
I mean, he's not.
So 7 pounds means you automatically get knocked out?
But I mean, are you arguing that Isaac Chilemba versus Elton? I mean, I can't even. Alexander Brand is an even matchup.
The thing is though, Boxing MD, if I can respond to that, please. The thing is, yeah, I know that before this fight, people were saying, yeah, Chilemba's good. He's good. But they were saying, Kovalev's going to go in there and do him. After the fight, Chilemba all of a sudden is, I'm hearing top 5, 175, top 10. Nobody was saying that shit before. And that's the honest truth.
Performance. He didn't have a great performance. I'm not one to say he had a great performance. But I'm saying is that he had a shitty performance against a decent fighter. That's okay. But I'm saying this guy is not a decent fighter. He is not even a notable opponent at 168. And he's bringing him up. So he has to knock him out, in my opinion, or bust. That's it.
And that's exactly. I've said exactly the same thing as you. I said this isn't as good an opponent as Chilemba. I don't think the gap is that different, if I'm being honest. But Chilemba's a better opponent. And I said Ward should knock him out. So we actually agree. You keep coming at me, but we actually agree, my brother.
Well, I just agree. Now you remember that. Okay,
I think it's an unfair standard to set for a guy who isn't a knockout puncher. Because let's go down Ward's resume. The last time he scored a knockout was when, right? I mean,
Paul Smith.
Yeah, and before then, 2008 or something like that. Am I right?
Chad Dawson.
And before then,
I don't know.
He's got like 3 knockouts in the last 10 years. I checked this before the show.
Yeah, he hasn't. But do you remember Andre Ward saying that he doesn't have to cut as much weight, so he's bringing power up to 175? I just want to see it. You know, I would like to see it.
I think you're setting an unfair, unnecessary standard.
Boxing MD,
pound per pound fighter, number 1 pound per
Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was the number 1 pound for pound fighter, and no one was making
He's
him
not
make a
fighting
knockout.
an Alexander Brand. He never fought an Alexander Brand since we've been associated deep into the sport. We don't remember an Alexander Brand. Let's be real here, Ness.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, okay, so again. And it's funny because now I was getting heat from you. Well, I don't know about Wingy, but Ness was calling me a hater when I criticized Andre Ward for being on HBO. I was called a hater, right? This is what I mean, because it's the same. Wingy, the guy deserves to get paid. I get it. But it also, like, this fight is not good. Why does it have to be on HBO? Why can't it be on HBO 2? Or BET or wherever he fights?
Well, sorry, carry on, MD.
Fights on HBO because they got him in a better contract than they got Gennady.
I suspect, if I could just quickly say here, this should actually be a little kumbaya where we all get our feelings out and look at our own deficiencies. So, for example, MD, you could come to me and say, yeah, I'm biased. Of course I'm biased. But I also feel your anger at the lack of respect that Eastern Europeans get sometimes cloud your judgment to certain fighters. That's not a race thing. It's just how I feel. Because every fighter, which you seem, I've been listening to the Boxing Voice for 4 years, every fighter that you seem to have an issue with, there's just a pattern there. I'm not going to lie. It's like if people say to me, oh, every fighter you like is UK. Okay, there's a pattern there. So that I think you're because I said to you last time, what is your overall issue? And you said you just want a lot of Eastern Europeans to get recognition and they don't get that respect. I agree. But I feel sometimes that issue is actually tilting you over to a side where maybe you should just try and balance it in the middle, which is what I try and do.
But I mean, I'm arguing that I'd rather see Terrence Crawford, who I, again, gave the most respect for looking amazing against Victor Postol.
Oh, you did pick Postol, though, didn't you?
In this fight, so I don't see where that has any.
But you did pick Postol, though.
Yeah, I was wrong. I was totally wrong about that.
But you did pick him.
But then I get Terrence Crawford credit.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Are we done yet?
Okay, the last thing is that Manny Pacquiao is fighting a guy who lost almost every round to Tim Bradley, who he just beat, right? So it's not on HBO. I assume it's going to be on pay-per-view, right? It's not going to affect. I mean, nobody's going to buy this shit. So it is what it is.
Boxing MD, before you go, I just want to say, I love you, brother.
I do too. Give me a hug, man.
But no, man, I like Wingy because he disagrees with me a lot and he's educated. So I like to have a little debate and people, could make their own opinions about where they stand in our debates.
Good. Keep calling in, brother. I enjoy your calls.
Yep, yep. All right, so let's get.
That was a good sparring to get going early, wasn't it? Shit.
We came at you immediately, man. I mean, you wasted no time getting at you, buddy. No time. Let me get here to. I believe Ben Umar was next.
What's good?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Ben Umar?
What's up, Wang Chun?
You right, brother?
What was the specific topic? I was just listening to the boxing MD guy, and I ain't even gonna say what I was saying in the chat. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yes, I don't want to fuck the wave up. What's the topic?
I mean, the topics are: should Andre Ward get a knockout, or is it a bust if he doesn't? What does Alexander Brand exactly do for the buildup of the Kovalev fight or for Andre Ward's brand itself?
All right, look, fam, I can break this down quickly as I possibly can. I'm going to do this quickly. I'll do this within 2 minutes. Look, Kovalev is supposed to fight Ward, right? Okay, Kovalev just fought 2 bum fights. He fought Chilemba, and I'm going to say Chilemba is obviously better than Alexander Brand. I'm going to give him that because Chilemba fought Bellew twice, and I thought he beat Bellew in the first fight without a doubt. Got robbed. Second fight, go either way. Depends how you see it. Chilemba's a good fighter. But at the end of the day, most people don't know who Chilemba is. So what they would say, casuals, say he's a bum. Alexander Brand, nobody knows who he is. He's some guy from South America. Who the fuck he is? Ward's going to get his tune-up. He fought Paul Smith. Tune-up. He's fighting this guy. Tune-up. Ward was inactive for how many years? So why the fuck does he need a knockout? Ward is not a knockout puncher. That's not what he does. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck who he's in the ring with. I mean, unless he's in the ring with a Rod Salka 2.0, you can't expect him to get a knockout. You got to expect him to do what he does, which is look technically sound. So a knockout is irrelevant. All he needs to do is look technically sound and show us that he can do it. But what I seen from Kovalev in the last fight with all the spots that Chilemba exposed him in, I think SOG does that easily when they fight. I think he exposes him easily. But that's just my opinion. But I mean, I'm not an oracle. But I mean, that's all I can say. But Ness, can I make one more point, my nigga?
Of course.
All right. Forget about that fight because that wasn't where I was calling you. I wanted to make a point that Carl Frampton's a bitch ass, and I talked to my brother Wing this morning, so Wing know I'm going. Carl Frampton's a bitch ass nigga. He ducking the jaw snatcher, aka Rigondeaux, and I'm sick and tired of these pussy niggas ducking Rigondeaux, bro. If it's Leo Santa Cruz, if it's Carl Frampton, if it's Scott Quigg, if it's this guy, that guy, these niggas is bitching up and ducking him. And what we're getting now, we're going to be forced at the end of the day to call Rigondeaux one of the greatest of all times by default because niggas keep ducking him. Nobody want to fight him. Rigondeaux's that dude. Nobody want to step in the ring with him. And I mean, Ness, you know where we come from, my nigga. We square up in the block. And these niggas don't want to square up on the block. And I don't respect that.
Ben Umar, can I just quickly say though, brother? Sorry to interrupt you. Can I just quickly say though, you know who did step up? Jazza Dickens, UK. Am I right?
No, but I'm not even talking about the dudes that step up, Wayne. I'm just talking about the big names that he needs to legitimize his resume. These motherfuckers don't want to step up. I'm not disrespecting none of the guys that stepped up. I have nothing but respect for them because they got their jaw snatched. Like anybody else. But I mean, respect to Jazzy.
How is it a duck if Frampton already moved up? Like, yeah, he ducked him last year or something like, but he moved up. He gone. He ain't in that division.
But
tell him out, King.
Oh, I don't know who that was, but Rigo said he move up and fight him at 26.
Well, he gonna have to move up. I seen his tweet saying, "Oh, my team saying we might have to move up." We'll move up because that's been the excuse now with any other bigger names like Lomachenko, because we can't really be saying that Frampton is ducking because we could just say the same thing about Rigo. Like, he could have made it happen with Lomachenko, right?
But Ness, one more point before I jump off, and I'm gonna let you burn because I know you're gonna burn. But my nigga, what happened when my man unified the belts with Scott Quigg and he was mandated to fight Rigo? What happened? He dropped that belt, right or wrong?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but he did it to move up. He didn't get another fight after the Quigg fight.
All right, my nigga, much love, man.
his team was like, look, you want to fight Rigo, or you want to move up and be the first Irish dude.
Stop it, Ness.
Stop it.
So wait a minute. So fighting Leo Santa Cruz in New York City at the Barclays Center isn't bigger than fighting Rigondeaux in Scotland or Ireland or UK. What would have been bigger? You from over there, you tell me.
I can't even remember whether he dropped the belt before the Leo Santa Cruz fight was announced or spoke about. I honestly can't remember.
He had to have dropped it before it was announced, but it wouldn't matter. The point is he didn't fight at that division again. So again, it's not a duck. Had he fought and blatantly gave up his title and fought someone else in that, well, yeah, but he moved up to challenge himself. I don't even understand these things these days. All right, like last year, maybe. Before Scott Quigg, maybe he was ducking. But like after Scott, how could you be ducking? You ain't even in that division no more.
There you go. Ness showing some love. These people, no more Euro bum shit. Listen, people, he's showing love.
No, I just don't like. He's not there, man. He's just not there. Like if now Rigo comes to 126 and then Frampton's like, well, oh, no, man, ain't nobody interested in you.
Jazza Dickens the only one who stepped out. That's what I'm saying. So still.
Yeah, well, they have to give these guys the money, and even that might not be enough. I don't know. Look, Frampton should be feeling more confident after doing what he just did, right? I mean,
yes.
Strike while the iron's hot is what I say. He really should. And again, see, that's what I like about Rigo, though. He's not going to go away quietly. He's going to make Carl Frampton and all his fans feel the heat as long as he can.
I hope he keeps that translated. That's all I'm saying. I love that shit.
I want it too. Fahim, what up?
What's good? I just want to say I totally agree with my Aki Big Umar said. 100%. I co-sign that shit. Them niggas is pussy. And I smell it straight up. They don't want no parts of him. And when he move up to 126, they all gonna move up to 130 or back down to 122. You mark my words. They scared of that boy. They don't want to see that boy. He's pound for pound number one. Trust me on that. And that's all I got to say. Ben Umar, what's up? Assalamu alaikum.
Pound for pound number one with one top 10 fight on his resume. Well, not top 10, excuse me. One top, let's say 3, right? To narrow it down, because other than Nonito, I mean, look, I'm the biggest Rigo supporter, but we have to really knock it off. I mean, he could be fighting other guys. He don't got to sit around waiting for the Scott Quiggs of the world. He can, I don't know, really, because people are dropping the belts too. I mean, look, it is what it is. I don't know what he's going to have to do. He might have to run in the ring like Tyson Fury.
It sounds like you are creating a good devil's advocate argument, but I don't know if it's holding up, man.
I mean, it's just the truth, though. What could he really do at this point? The only thing is left is to run inside the ring. I mean, they're dropping the belts. I mean, it's kind of like the Golovkin thing. The only thing you could do is hope that he gets the backing of a big network, and then the network can money to fight for the fight.
None of them want to fight him. I even remember before the Carl Frampton fight, they asked Scott Quigg. It must have been after one of his recent fights. Are you up for fighting Rigondeaux? And he just laughed. He just laughed and was like, because it's such a challenge. They didn't want no part of it. They don't want no part of it, man. It's the jaws. Have you seen a picture going around with those 3 brothers with their jaws broke? Do you get what I'm saying? They don't want a part of it.
All right, so let's get out to the callers. Looks like Larry's first. Larry, man, you're a G. 415? Maybe I was wrong. 415.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? I know I was gonna get up so soon.
It is, Larry.
Hey, I'm still coming down off the pound for pound show the other day. That was excellent. I appreciate that.
Oh, cool, man. Thank you.
Thank you, and shout out to Bruce.
Bomb Squad!
You keep doing that.
No, that was totally by accident, because they're right by each other. People are gonna think that that's my Deontay Wilder bias, but it's not.
Go, brother.
Hey, y'all. But on to Ward. Brand's fine as an opponent. The only reason people are have a problem with that, in my opinion, is because Andre ain't done nothing since the end of 2013. Brand is a whack opponent when you're coming off of Sullivan Barrera and Paul Smith. And by the way, Wingy, why do you say that Barrera is a better opponent than Brand?
Just from what I can see, looking at him, just the way Barrera fought before, not an award fight, but before what I've seen of Barrera, I just rated him more than Brand. Brand's a bit wild, a bit open. I think Barrera's better.
Got you. I mean, I'll take your word for it. I had to pull out box rec for both of them because I hadn't heard of either one. And
No, neither did I. Actually, I went back and looked, and Barrera's the better fighter.
Well, Barrera certainly has a more declarated amateur background, that's for sure.
Got you. It's all good. In terms of a knockout for Ward, no, I don't think so. But with that said, I think y'all are still tripping saying Kovalev had to knock Chilemba out just because his name is the Crusher. He whooped on Chilemba, outboxed him, hurt him, but that still wasn't good enough because it wasn't a knockout. So I certainly don't think Ward's got to knock him out then. I do think Ward has to look good and like throw at least 2 or 3 straight right hands. He was very left-handed, to say the least, last fight. But a knockout, no, that's not a realistic expectation. But he must be classic Andre Ward and out everything else.
Well, all right, Larry. Thanks for calling in.
We've had great. Every call's been great since we started the show, man.
It's a great show. We got intelligent callers out here, man.
Hit the like button, people. I hope you've hit that like button. I told you yesterday I'm coming for that chicken. Hit that like button or you're going to find your food gone. Carry on.
We'll get these gunshots. Hit that like button, fellas.
It's Baltimore, gentlemen.
Yes.
Gods will not save you.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's up, Wood, man? You cool?
Y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all got me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I want to know what's the difference between this Alexander Brand nigga and Dominic Wade.
Dominic Wade.
Dominic
Wade earned his spot at Triple G, and Alexander Brand was picked and plucked out of.
No, this is gonna go. This is gonna go somewhere bad. I know, Wood. Go on, Wood.
Same nigga. Alexander Brand and Willie the Worm, same nigga. David Lemieux, same nigga. All the same niggas, man.
Hell no.
Man,
Alexander Brand ain't win no title.
Same nigga, man. Same nigga, man.
No.
Same nigga.
No.
Same nigga.
No. You just trying to shit on Triple G resume. No.
Huh?
You trying to shit on Triple G resume.
Same nigga.
Nope.
Same. Trying to shit on it. He shit on himself by picking these niggas.
You this opponent worse.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, man.
This opponent worse.
Come on, let him speak. I want to hear Wood's point. Go, Wood. Go, Wood.
I'm gonna tell you. Look. If HBO pick a bunch of bums like the writers and the reporters, most of them are bums. So they get these bums and these bums to write in there pound for pound, man, and they pay them sandwiches and free tickets to the boxing show. That's all they get them. Free tickets to the boxing show and a sandwich. So they'll write anything. A person that don't got no job or say anything to a person to the powers of be. That's why they all like the same thing. That's why chocolate Doritos and all these people came out of nowhere because HBO didn't have no fighters. They had to create fighters. They had to create chocolate Doritos. Nobody didn't hear about them until HBO brought these niggas up, man. Then they get the writers to start writing all this stuff about him. Look at this guy, he got a pretty good record. Write him in. And now everybody on his job. Put GG on them, put Triple G on, say everybody's scared of him. Now everybody on his job, man. The 85%ers. Most of these people that saying that they are 85%ers, man.
Damn.
If you're a GG fan, you're 85%, and you keep calling them hipsters, man. They not hipsters, they knuckle draggers.
Wow.
They're knuckle draggers, fucking hipsters. They're knuckle draggers, man.
Wow. Wood, man, you're on it today, brother. You're on it. You're on it today, man.
They knuckle draggers, man. They ain't no hipsters, they 85%ers.
I just want to know what Roman did to you for you to call him chocolate Doritos.
Doritos, he's a bum. That's what he did to me. He's a bum. Being a bum. Because they came up with him, man. They created him. for the 85 percenters. They created him. If you believe in this dude, then you're 85% of yourself.
What does that even
They created
mean?
this. They created this.
Take me down. Take me down to Twilight Zone. What's the 85%er?
You know what the 85% is? It's the majority of these people that's walking around here zombies, and they easy to be tricked and fooled by television. They easy to be tricked by everything people say. They easy to be tricked. 85%er. You know about the 5%ers, the 85% and the 10%. The 10% is the ones out here putting out that garbage, like HBO and all these other motherfuckers. And Chocolate Doritos coming out here. He coming out here, man. This nigga ain't nobody ever knew him 2 years ago until HBO put this nigga name out there, man.
Wood.
But nobody know. What?
Can I just ask you a question? Do you like?
Andre Ward been around forever, and everybody want to shit on you. I ain't gonna let people shit on him. He been around here doing his thing on TV in front of you forever. You can't even find 10 of Chocolate Doritos.
Hey, Wood, man, we gotta move on, man. You ain't even really talking about nothing.
I know. I'm talking about the shit that you don't want to talk about. That's why it's not nothing.
Because
damn,
Alexander Brand, Alexander Brand, and with the other nigga, and they the same. Willie the Worm Monroe and Dominic Wade the same niggas, man. That's all you want. That's all you gotta cut me up. Then I'm out here next time, Pete.
So I think what he's saying is people moan at the Ward opponents, but they don't moan at the GGG opponents. I think he's gone now, but that's what I'm getting. He's getting.
I don't even see that comparison. Alexander Brand doesn't compare to any of the names that he rang.
Well, voice of the people. That's his opinion.
You're right. You're right. 415.
Hey, what's up, Ness? What's up, Wingy? It's Ernesto calling from the Bay Area.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Touch on a couple topics real quick. Hey, what's up? I just want to touch on a couple topics real quick. So obviously, Ward's gonna be fighting Brand. I don't really want to look past Brand. I know he's an easy opponent, but I'm gonna do it anyways, just because we all know he's gonna win pretty decisively. I do want to go back to what you were talking about, Ness, about Ward having to take a couple tune-up fights before the Kovalev fight. I don't know why people get so upset about that. It's like he's guaranteeing he's gonna fight him, and most fighters nowadays, I mean, they're real quick to just jump into a different weight division and just get in there with the best. But in all honesty, if you're going into a new division, you should probably get acclimated first. So you know what I mean? So it's like he had a long layoff on top of it. So I'm not really too hard on Ward for doing that. And again, like I just said, he's gonna fight the best in the division. So I think he's doing it the right way. And just looking forward into the future, when Ward does fight Kovalev, the thing about Ward is he's great at taking his opponent's strength and just taking it away from him. So if he's fighting someone that's good on the inside, he's gonna take that away from him. If someone has a good jab, he's gonna take that away from him. So I think Ward's gonna beat him pretty decisively, like 8 rounds to 4, maybe 9 to 3. And then I also want to touch on what you were talking about with Pacquiao and Vargas. Be honest with you, like I know Vargas is a champ, but I mean he beat Saddam Ali. It's like, come on, bro. Let's be honest. Is Saddam Ali that good? Like, we have to almost watch Saddam Ali fight one more time to see how good he really is. And we all know it's going to be pay-per-view. So honestly, I am kind of mad about that. I think I can name at least 2 or 3 other people that Pac should fight before that Pac could have fought instead of fighting Vargas. Number 1, Thurman. That would be a great fight. Obviously, we know there's the whole like promotional issues they might have trying to make that, but he could have fought Thurman. He could have fought Danny. To be honest, I would almost rather him fight Amir Khan or Porter. The only thing is they just lost. So that's my call, fellas. You guys got a great show. Keep it up.
Thank you, man. Great call. Great call.
Perfect call, man. Let's see what we got here. Santiago, talk to us. Hey, do you remember what he said his name was?
Oh, man.
415. What's your name?
Hello?
Oh, that's Larry.
Hey, what's up, man? Ernesto from the Bay.
Ernesto, thanks for calling in, brother.
Yep.
Santiago, talk to us.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Not really. What are you on? Some cheap
Guys,
Bluetooth? Tell your girl.
You guys hear me?
Tell your girl.
That's better. That's better.
Tell her that present was no good.
Yeah, that's better. You sound good, man.
Hello?
We hear you now, man.
All right, hey guys, not much. I'm just here with my boy from Long Beach. We're both on our way to go award fight. Right now, we're just taking a little respite. So let's just get through the topics really quickly, and then I'll pass you to my boy. Knockout or bust? Yeah, you know, as it's already been pointed out, Ward is not really a knockout fighter or a knockout pusher. I mean, he could if he wants to, but at this point, I see him more as just a technical boxer, you know, who can definitely impose his style on people and get the win. You know, we've seen him fight against, you know, Carl Frog. We've seen the way he handled Chad Dawson. We've seen the way he handled Evan Rodriguez. Well, if he gets the knockout, great. That does good for him. But if he doesn't and he dominates as he does, then that's what we expect to happen. So, you know, there's that. You know, I do feel though that if he does, you know, lose to Brand, it does kill his brand per se, because it's kind of like it's going to be an upset easy, and really none of us are gonna really look forward to Kovalev Brand. That's already a done deal in and of itself. You know, there would be no point in making that fight to begin with.
Yeah,
Santiago, I just want to say, man,
So,
that I am so proud of you. Okay, I'm so proud of you, man. I hear people, you know, and how they don't want to go see Andre Ward and everything, and hear that you're driving out. That's awesome, man. I'm glad that you're one of our listeners, an optimistic.
That's what we like. Yes, yes, yes.
Fan, dude.
Like Joey. Big up Joey.
I hope that you make it there safely and you have the greatest time. And I hope Ward sees you and fucking takes a picture with your ass.
Hey, dude, if it happens, it happens, and I will tag TVV with my picture too to represent you guys. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'll pass you on to my boy here from Long Beach.
Go for it. He's gonna be making his introduction on This your first time calling in, my friend?
Yeah, I feel like y'all gotta give me my entrance music.
All
What's
right,
up with
all
that?
right. Let's go then.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Coming in hot, Caesar from Long Beach, second time caller. What's good? Chilling with my boy Santiago. I know he be keeping up with it. And yeah, we're on our way to see the Ward fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I think Ward's easily a strong favorite. But you know, I was watching the other cat, Brand. He kind of reminded me of like Mayorga, in the sense that he's just there to throw bombs, and he's not even gonna like put a front that he's got some type of style. He's just there to tease you, taunt you, and if he sees an opening, I've seen some big shots.
That's a pretty good comparison. Yeah, Mayorga's style. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know. And so anyway, we're just up here pretty much to support. Obviously, Ward is a favorite, so it's not really much of a debate. But it's gonna be a good time because you get a road trip. We're coming from LA, going all the way to Oakland. We're going to spend some time. You know, it's so many things to do, and to have boxing as part of that weekend is going to be that much more memorable. Pure entertainment for sure. So it's always good tuning into you guys. Appreciate what you guys do. Keep it up. Thanks.
Good call, brother. Great call, man. And again, drive safely, get there, enjoy the fights, man, and pat yourselves on the back for being two great boxing fans.
Join us every Thursday and Sunday live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
I mean, talk to us.
Yo, I'm going to start off by asking, did y'all see the report, you know, in that same article about Crawford having a little bit of question as to whether or not it would be a conflict of interest with Cameron Duncan negotiating that Pacquiao fight?
Well, there shouldn't be a conflict of interest because Cameron Duncan doesn't represent Pacquiao. He represents Crawford. Michael Kuntz represents...
Well, they was talking about it as far as Cameron Duncan negotiating possibly, you know, a better deal or a different deal for, you know, negotiating for Vargas the same time he's trying to negotiate for Crawford. Like negotiating for both his fighters at the same time.
Well, there's no, I mean, look, those are the weirdos, right? The negative people in boxing that they're always around. But you tell me, you're a smart man, right? Cameron Duncan is an agent for both Terrence Crawford and Jesse Vargas. Who makes the decision who's going to fight Pacquiao? Please tell me. I'll help you. Is it Cameron Duncan at the very least? Could we label Cameron Duncan as never being able to tell Pacquiao who he's going to fight next?
Absolutely. Cameron Duncan's not even in the equation.
All right, then. So how the hell could he fight more for Jesse or fight more for Crawford? It's who Pacquiao and Team Pacquiao decide to pick. It has nothing to do with Cameron. Cameron couldn't get in the middle of that if he wanted to. It's going to be, listen, if Roach wasn't singing that song about Crawford being worse than Mayweather in terms of running, I'd be believing anybody saying that there was some foul play. But get the fuck out of here. They wasn't even trying to pick Crawford. Why? Why would they want a guy that's younger and faster that obviously they're calling a runner? They don't want that. They want
Well, that
Vargas.
was the point, that was the point that other caller was making when he said, you know, that's why Crawford was probably just casual about it. Like, yo, it's whatever, because he knew it was probably going to Vargas anyway.
But no, you see, that's exactly why Travis Williams was right in doing that On Demand show, because this is the reason that Crawford needed to say something. Maybe if he'd have been like, Max, you know it don't matter what I say. Pacquiao make his decisions, and you know I'm not on the top of that list because I'm a dangerous fight. Drops mic, walks away. Ooh, he caught, yeah. But now it's whatever. You right, it's whatever. So we gonna whatever your ass to the curb and take Jesse Vargas to the street. Take Jesse Vargas to the prom because it's whatever for you.
I see that with a different lens now. I see that with a different lens. But let me get on to Saturday, man. Really, it's what about the Benavidez fight? Everybody's talking about Benavidez?
Yes.
Benavidez and Baby Boy.
He's going to be fighting Dennis Douglas.
With his mother?
Yeah, but the problem with that is Dennis Douglas, he's been, look, what was he? A natural 154-pounder. And at 154, he wasn't that hot ever. You know what I'm saying? Then he had moved up and he fought George Gross. He didn't last long. Benavidez is coming on this scene, and he's a big-ass puncher. James has trained with him before. He hasn't sparred with him, but he's watched him spar. He says he's the better Benavidez. Listen, there's no reason that he doesn't even – I mean, he's going to knock out Douglas, okay, because this kid started as a heavyweight, Wingy. He turned pro and went to light heavyweight, and now he's at super.
When you say better Benavidez, is he related to Jose Benavidez, the welterweight?
He's the younger brother, but a bigger version.
Wow. Okay. I hope he doesn't sit on the ropes. So I hope, like his brother, I hope he actually.
No, this guy's sitting you on the ropes.
Okay.
Through him, he's a machine right now. They're pushing him crazy. All the publicists are excited. All the boxing experts are excited. He's on a fast track. He's the main event.
What's his first name?
David Benavidez. I mean, I told you about this on the Facebook chat.
Yeah, I know, but go on, carry on, caller. Carry on, caller. Sorry.
Go ahead, brother. Oh, we're losing it over.
Nah, let me just as far as the picks, man. You know, obviously I'm going with Ward. If he doesn't knock him out, nobody should put that kind of pressure on him. Ward's not a knockout fighter. He's going to outbox him, and you know, he's getting $2 million to do it. That's what's happening, and you know, if he's fighting Kovalev, definitely it is what it is. If he fights somebody else, if he fights Better Beaver, are we disappointed? I don't know. That's my call.
I mean, man, great call. Thank you for calling in. And let me see here. Remember, ladies and gents, we have Julian J. Rock Williams coming up in 4 minutes. He is the #1 contender in the junior middleweight division. That is the 154-pound division. He is going to be taking on the IBF champion in Jamal Charlo, and that fight is going to be in October. This is a 50-50 fight again. I mean, if not 50, right? I mean, I guess we got to give what about you, Wingy, before we go to the next call? Do you give Charlo the slight edge just for being a champion? You know, they say you're 80% better once you get that title.
This happens every time. Is this the Charlo that beat Trout?
Yes.
Okay. The thing is, I've seen more of Charlo than I've seen of Williams. I've seen like 2-3 Williams fights. Seen a few more of Charlo. So to me, in answer to your question, Charlo is the, I'm not going to say the A side, but I hold him in a bit higher prestige is what I'm trying to say. Do you get what I'm saying?
You hold Charlo on a high pedestal?
Yeah, I think so, but that's only because I've only seen like 2 or 3 Williams fights, in all honesty.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, now that Russian came and blew out Hugo Centeno, maybe we should look that up before Julian gets on, right? I don't know. I'm kind of wondering, but I mean, we all had Julian winning that Centennial fight, even though he got a draw. But again, this Russian came out of nowhere. Was he Russian or something like that? And he smoked Centennial. Did you see that fight?
No, as I said, brother, I haven't seen that many of his fights, brother.
No, Centennial. Hugo Centennial. He lost like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago.
What card?
I mean, it was on over here, you know.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I caught the card, brother. Depends what card it was on, man.
All righty, then. No problema. Let's keep going down the line. I don't see any message from Monster Piece. Nope. All right, so.
What is the buzz over there like for Julian Williams? Is a lot of people excited for this fight? Is he seen as a prospect? Is he seen as he's ready to take that win? You know, what? How do you guys feel about him?
Oh, he's definitely considered a contender.
Right. Okay.
And you know, we're excited. We're excited, but again, this guy Solchecki, he really ripped through Centennial. So we'll see. But I mean, look, Williams has all those skills, man. He looks good. He does good inside work. You know, some might say he reminds them of a young B-Hop. Could be the look and the scruffy beard. Who knows? We could ask him. Monster Piece is actually connecting him now. So I don't know, man. I think he's the goods, right? Most boxing pundits think he's the goods. We shall see. This is his step up.
This is the fight I'm very interested in with regards to the step-up fight. This will put him on the radar big time for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, look, he had a common opponent with Trout. They both fought Joey Hernandez. Trout stopped Joey Hernandez. Julian Williams went the decision. But he stopped Freddie Hernandez, right? You know, he should have got the win versus Centennial. He has a win over Alcine. You know, there is Deshaun Johnson, who he also fought local. I think is a local Philly fighter. But there is the resume is there, right? So we just have to see. It's a step up fight.
This is it, isn't it? This is it.
Right? This is
this is it.
Julian J. Rock Williams, are you live, my friend? Julian?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, Julian?
I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear, man. We're happy to have you. Thank you, first and foremost, for taking the time out to obviously give us a couple of minutes of your life to discuss this upcoming fight with Jamal Charlo, which obviously all fight fans, both casual and hardcore, are excited. How excited are you that you finally got this opportunity, not only at a world title, but to really make a statement?
I'm extremely excited. You know, I'm extremely excited just to show the world. You know what I mean? What I've been showing you guys for the past 22 fights since I've turned pro. I just want to prove a lot of people I am who I say I am.
Now, what's up, Julian? It's Wingy from the UK. I've got a question for you. Charlo, in my eyes, I see Charlo as a step up for you. Are preparations exactly the same? If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing? Or are you looking to adjust certain things? Or are you just going in there naturally as you always fight?
I mean, every camp is different, you know, because you're not fighting the same person twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we see some things inside of him that we can exploit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he probably sees some things inside of me that he thinks he can exploit. So I think it should be a really good fight.
Cool.
Now, Julian, are you heading to Victor Conti's down in the Bay for this fight, or are you just going to be receiving supplements and stuff through the mail?
Well, I go out there every fight. I don't go out there for the whole camp, but I go out there for short periods of time throughout camp. So I'll definitely be headed out there.
Okay. Julian, could you explain for those of us who haven't boxed let's say, for example, where your mind is at right now, about 2 months out from the fight? Are there like posters of, you know, Charlo on the wall, you're angry, focused, or just living life as normal and doing your thing with the training?
Nah, man. I'm not in the full swing of camp, but I'm already been getting light rounds of sparring and stuff like that, and I've been running every day.
Okay.
I've been cleaning my diet up, so I'm extremely focused. You know what I mean? So 2 months is not as long as it's not as long as people think it is. You know what I mean? A camp is 8 weeks, and 2 months is about that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 weeks in a month, so it's closer than what it seems.
Ness?
Julian, with Jamal, are you worried at all about him coming in overweight? He had been complaining for the past 2 fights that he was maybe thinking of moving up. Do you think that the weight is going to be an issue, or do you hope that the weight's an issue? If he has to worry more about losing weight instead of focusing on technique, it works out for you.
Well, I don't worry about things I can't control. You know what I mean? I got to worry about my own weight problems. So I can't worry about his and mine. You know what I mean? I'm not banking on anything. I'm not banking on anything to happen but me going there and beat him all off skill and ability and will. I don't care if he's drained, or I'm not banking on him being drained, weight drained, and none of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I can't. You don't win fights from fighters being weight drained. You win fights from being skillful and putting in the work. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. This being a bigger sort of profile fight, perhaps some new sort of casual fans or people from the UK may be coming across you for the first time. What have they got to look forward to? Without giving away a game plan, what have they got to look forward to?
Well, I believe that I'm always in exciting fights. You know.
Yeah.
None of my fights are boring. Rather, you know what I mean. So I think you can look forward to another exciting fight, but they should be expecting to win.
Good.
Julian, are you at all familiar with Jamal? I mean, outside of the pro ranks or watching his fights on TV, have you come across him maybe in sparring or in the amateurs?
I don't remember. I don't necessarily remember him, brother. I'm not familiar with him. We never sparred, nothing like that. But like I said, I tell everybody before we came up, we both saw our Heyman's like around the exact same time. You know what I mean? So we fought on a lot of the same undercards together. So we know each other pretty well. You know what I mean? We know each other pretty well.
If I can ask you, what did you think of Jamal's performance over Austin Trout? What was your opinion of that fight?
I thought he struggled a bit, but he did what he had to do. I thought he put out the decision. He put out the win.
Cool.
When you mean struggle, what exactly did you see? Because I kind of seen him as the bigger man. I mean, I know Trout did look slicker than normal in that fight, but he really seemed like the smaller man, and it seemed like Jamal's shots were the more effective ones.
It was a close fight, I thought.
Well, anytime you lose, what you say? I didn't hear you.
Well, my co-host said it was a close fight in his opinion.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was a close fight. So I thought Jamal won, but anytime you lose almost the second half of the fight clean, then it's a struggle. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, he did what he had to do, and I thought he won the fight. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's just what I thought. You know what I mean? It's just plain black and white. I thought he won. I thought it was pretty clear. But Trout did come on there, and his experience showed.
Okay, I just got one final question. It's kind of difficult to ask these questions because I don't need to give away your game plan, so it's not always easy, obviously. But you've got, when I look at you, I see you've got an aggressive but a controlled style. And when you smell blood, you're going to go in there and you're going to get the finish. But do you finish the show like in the Coelho fight when you went right in there, lower level, of course, in this fight coming up for you? Or do you hold back a little bit on the finish, not be pulled into a trap?
I mean, it depends on how the fight goes. You know, my game plan is to win by any means necessary.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't. If it's going to be a slow pace or a fast pace, whatever it's going to be. You know, my game plan is to win.
Do you feel any pressure on you for this fight at all? Because it's a big fight, or are you just? You sound like a chilled brother. So I'm saying, do you feel any pressure or?
No, not at all. I'm good.
I think there's some pressure.
Good.
He's relaxed. He's chilled, man.
No, I mean, not that he's feeling pressure, but I think that there should be some pressure. I mean, you're like a heavily touted contender, right? Like everyone talks about how good you are and what you can do in this division. And for what, the past 2 years, maybe, even though you've been with Heyman, it hasn't been like you've been Heyman's darling. It hasn't been easy for Julian Williams to become a star. It's not like the A-side fighters are answering the doors that you've been knocking on. So with all that being said, how happy are you that this fight got made? Because I know this is a mandatory. It's not necessarily your team, and I'm using air quotes, getting you the championship fight. It's more like you positioned yourself to get this fight on your own.
Well, the thing is, though, I don't mean to cut you off. My team positioned me to fight for the mandatory spot for me so I can get this fight. So if you gotta give credit to my team on that. So I didn't call the IBF up myself and say, yo, let me fight for the mandatory spot. My team did that. You know what I mean? So I think everything is working out pretty good. It's just not working out as fast as I would like and my fans would like. But nevertheless, it's not about who starts the strongest, it's about who finishes the strongest. So I got my time to show I got my chance to show exactly what I can do. And after this, the whole world will know who Julian Williams is.
I'm looking for.
I mean, I just haven't had the breakthrough fight yet. You know what I mean? But this is going to be it.
I'm looking forward to the fight, and like I said over in the UK, this will, in my opinion, this will really raise your profile for us lot over here. We're looking forward to it. Do you know what I mean?
See, my co-host already hit me up on the chat. He's like, "Yo, I'm done." And I tried to leave him the $1 million question, because yesterday we had Abel Sanchez on, right? So I'm like, Abel, you guys are fighting.
I know somebody said.
Oh, somebody told you already, huh? Damn.
I don't know exactly what you
I love it. Well, I'll tell you all the details. Don't worry. I'm already with a smile now that someone tagged you in it. That's awesome. So Abel says, you know, we're fighting.
I didn't hear it. Somebody told me that he mentioned it.
Yeah, no problem. I'll give you the details. So Abel says, you know, we're fighting a welterweight in Brook, and I'm like, hey, but you got this guy in this Landry Laura. He's calling you out. You guys keep saying you're the feared fighter, yada. He's like, look, Laura doesn't do nothing. He's not exciting. We want somebody like Julian Williams. Julian Williams is the type of fighter that we want. He's there to fight. He knows how to fight. I mean, is that something that you're interested in? I mean, obviously, you know, you can't think ahead. I know all that. And even if you win this belt, it's like you want to defend it, but Triple G is like a superstar, right? And it would instantly make you into a superstar to get into a fight with him. Or, I mean, win the fight, rather.
For sure. Listen, I'm gonna tell you stuff in the beginning. A lot of people don't know that we got a win over Abel Sanchez, and I think he's trying to get it back with his big ball. He had a trainer. He had a fighter named Michael Medina. I fought him when I was about 15 and I beat the shit out of him and stopped him in like the 8th round and like a highlight reel knockout. I started seeing that, like, it bumped me with my shoulder and hit it with the right hand. It was like, it was a really exciting fight, but I beat his ass real bad. And he remembered it, you know what I mean? So I think he's trying to get one back. But definitely, man, I want to win this title first. Like I said, I like to think ahead, but I definitely got plans to move to 160 in the near. I'm not gonna say in the near future. I really don't know. You know what I mean? I want to let my body grow into. I'm still making 54 pretty easy, but definitely, man. Triple G's a great fighter. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to moving to 160. And I ain't gonna be ducking and dodging like how the rest of these 160 pounders are, and hiding behind promoters and managers and dropping belts and all that kind of gay shit. I'm not gonna be doing it. You know what I mean? So.
Julian,
I love that you're speaking in mind.
Julian, can I ask one more question, man? What are your thoughts on the beast from the UK, Liam Smith, going up against Canelo, man?
Yeah, I think Liam Smith could actually fight, man. I think nobody's not giving him no credit, kind of like looking over him as just like he's selling his belt.
Respect, my new favorite fighter, Julian Williams.
First time in a long time. I think it's the first time in a long time that Canelo's in a real fight. Think about it. Before Kirkland was coming off like a 10-year layoff. He can't take a punch. Then he turns around and fight American. American's a welterweight that turned pro at 135 pounds. You know what I mean? So I think he's in a real fight with a real live dog. I'm not saying that was going to lose, but I'm saying I wouldn't bet no money on it. This kid's hungry, and he can actually fight. And he fights from the box. He ain't no runner. He's going to be right up on Canelo, and he's going to be letting that shit go. So it should be a good fight, man.
Good, good. And I finally then, you started off quite chilled. As soon as I brought up the other fighters in the division, you tempo raised a bit, and I like that. That's the fighter in you, man. I'm done. Good speaking to you.
Well, Julian, we want to thank you, obviously, again for coming on. And if you have any social media, please give it out at this time. And wish you the best of luck. And hopefully we can get you on when it gets closer to the fight, man. See, has the mindset change, or has, I don't know, maybe some pre-fight buildup. Because those Charlos, matter of fact, before wait a minute. Before I let you go, those two guys are very, you know, especially when they're together in the weigh-ins, there's always been some back and forth words, some, you know, chest is bumping. They call themselves Lions Only. You know how it is. You think it's going to be a heated press conference or something with you guys? I mean, you being from Philly, you know, it's already tough there. I mean, I don't know. Is it going to be all business, or do you think
I'm all business, man. Plus, I don't think they're gonna want to do that with me, man. It's all business. They don't want to do that with me.
Okay, because I remember the Rosado fight with the other brother, with Jamel, and it was kind of the same thing. You know, they get down like that. I'm just saying. You seen what happened in the ring with Charles Hatley.
They're not gonna do that to me.
Okay, okay, I understand. Well, anyway, at this time,
let me tell you something, bro. I'm all business. I don't care about nothing what happened before the fight. I'm ready to fight, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna disrespect him. I ain't gonna mug him and slap him and all that. We don't gotta do all that. We're gonna fight. Whenever the date is official, we're gonna fight on that date. So I ain't gotta do none of the extra stuff in the build-up. The fight is already done.
Love it. I love it.
Sure, you're so mature, man.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
You are. Well, at this time, if you could give your social media, if you have any, we would appreciate it. And again, thank you.
Yeah. I'm on Instagram at JRock Boxing, and I'm on Twitter at the same thing, JRock Boxing. So follow me, man. Stay tuned.
All right, thank you, J-Rock. Anna, thank you again.
You guys are welcome. Thank you, J-Rock, so much. I appreciate this interview.
No problem. Yep.
Keep me on, man.
You're on. Talk to us.
Wow, that was a great interview. I like J-Rock's attitude, man.
So did I.
Laid back, but very straight. Laid back, but very straightforward, just like his fighting. You know what I mean? Very sharp, very straight. So I like it. I like it a lot. Really cool. I'm excited to see that fight. I really like the 154-pound division. I really do. And I hope for the outcome. I don't know. Now I feel like I'm leaning towards J-Rock, because that last performance with Trout, yeah, remember, I think I called in and I said how I felt about that fight, and I really wasn't impressed with Charlo. So I feel like, you know, he was too big, and I felt like that was slowing him down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I like J-Rock, man. Good for him. I wish him the best.
All right. Hey, you know, I'm getting so much hate for not having Andre Ward on yesterday's overlay. It's like, yo, dude, it was a mistake, you know? I mean, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Jeez. But
hey,
Masterpiece, man, thank you. No, I want to say thank you for setting those two interviews up. Great job.
Of course. Nice. I want to say something real quick about the whole Pacquiao and Vargas situation. I really think that it really doesn't matter at this point who Manny Pacquiao fights. I just think, at this point, he's already out the door, and I don't think I don't think his camp is really looking for anything too challenging or too excessive. I mean, look at Floyd. After Floyd beat him, you know, he went and he fought Berto. Nobody was saying anything because, you know, I don't know, because he beat Manny Pacquiao, the guy that was supposed to defeat him. But at the end of the day, you know, Mayweather knew that was going to be his last fight. And he didn't take anybody like Thurman. He didn't even fight a guy like Porter. He just, you know what I mean? Most of these fighters that are leaving the division or not leaving the division, I'm sorry, leaving the industry, like, they're not going to take this very serious fight. Mayweather didn't do it. Cotto hasn't done it and is not going to do it. I don't think it's anything to really, like, get too into about. I don't think Manny Pacquiao is a pussy. Nobody should be calling him that. This vet is legend. He's number 2 in the world. You know, calling him that is just stupid. He's not going to fight Crawford because Mayweather didn't even fight Crawford at the end of his fight. I mean, you know, on his last fight. So why are we even making a big deal about this? It just makes no sense. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. Good night, y'all. And yeah, you already know, TBV, number 1, donate, support.
All right. Thank you, Masterpiece.
Peace.
Let's get to some Skype callers here. Who do we got? We got Joseph. Joseph, you're live. Where you calling from? Joseph on Skype.
Hello.
All right. We're going to go to, what do we got? What do we got? Jay, let me see. Damn.
What's up, Nes? Everything good?
I'm dropping the ball. I can't find this. They just sent me this new intro a couple days ago for somebody, and just dropping the ball.
That was a good interview, anyway, man. I enjoyed that. What I like how he sounded like he meant business, man. Do you know what I mean? It was not wavering either way in his attitude, man. It's really good to hear. Interesting, man.
Even the way that he said, "Oh, they're not gonna do that to me." It wasn't more.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that bit. They're not even gonna think about doing that. I like that bit.
Yeah, it wasn't more like, no, you know, no. It was like, yo, they know who they do that shit to.
Yeah.
I like that. So
totally different from the commentator that I saw. I can't remember what shirt it was. When he had the glasses on, he was commentating. He's all friendly. I thought, oh yeah, but no, it's a different dude, man. Love it.
And I love the fact that someone told him about the Abel Sanchez interview.
I thought you'd like that.
That was
TV.
Hey,
TV.
Jay Will, man, I'm dropping the ball, man. I can't find your intro, man. That's what happens when you just get an intro. My bad, dude. Talk to us.
I'm saying, man, I used to get it in Ohio, man. What's going on? I don't intro, man.
I don't know where it's at. I put it in one of these things and it's gone, man. Looking. I'll find it. We'll give it to you as an outro.
I got my whole family out here listening for my intro, man. You
all right, Jay Will.
Oh, man, you making me. I'm sorry.
But I ain't gonna lie though, Ness. Last week when you blessed me with my first intro last week, man, I was acting how you was just acting about people finding out about the Abel Sanchez. Man. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up, man. We glad that you appreciate it, man, because it wouldn't be right any other way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But on to the topic at hand, real fast, man. I'm gonna be real short and sweet this week, man. Well, real quick on that, man, Julian, man. That honestly, man, I know you know that. Errol Spencer, I'm real big on Errol. I've been real big on Errol for years now. I think my number two guy right now is Julian as far as the hipster, my hipster picks. That's my number 2 guy right now. I'm really big on that guy. So I really like that interview, and I'm definitely picking him over the Charlo brother all day, easy. I think.
Wow, easy.
I think it's not going to really be that. It's not. Yeah, I don't think it's going to really be that. I think Julian going to really show that he's on a different level than Charlo, and I think it's really going to be quite evident when they fight in October. But as far as Andre Ward, man, this next fight, man, I can't lie, man. I'm kind of. I don't like the level of competition. It's not going to get him prepared for Kovalev, so I just think that I just wish it was anybody else but him. Just some type of competition, man. But beyond that, I'm salty about yesterday's show, man. I really didn't get a chance to do my top 5 as far as the pound for pound and all that. I'm not going to slow up y'all's show for all that, but again, man, your boy Boxing MD, man, like, yeah, I think he's trolling now. I think at this point he's trolling the show. I think he's trying to get tell the truth. Some type of reaction, either positive or negative, man. I think he's really trolling the show, man, because he seems way too knowledgeable to be saying some of the bullshit that he be saying, man, because he sounds kind of knowledgeable. But I'm ready. Tell him stop ducking me, stop dodging me.
What did he say this time?
I'm ready, man. Tell him. What'd you say?
What did he say this time that upset you?
Man, it's really in regards to the whole Triple G or Eastern European Kovalev. I don't know. He seems like he has a personal stake in the Triple G stakes. Man, it's like I think he's like invested in this guy financially or some shit. But I think Triple G is the truth. But is the man tested? No. So you can't say the man is tested. And then again, I go back to the last show before that. He was like, "Oh yeah, Kell Brook. This is his big test. This is his big fight. A welterweight is his big fight, huh? A welterweight is." Like, the man is crazy, man. So, like I said, I think at this point, man, I think he's trolling your show, man. You need to watch that shit. But that's my call, man.
All right, Jay. Well, what do you think? Wingy, is he trolling? Oh, Wingy's not there. We're going to go back to the Skype caller. Joseph, what's up, man? You ready now?
Yeah. You're serious? You're serious?
Joseph.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother? Where you calling from?
Yeah, bro, I'm all the way down, man. I'm in New Zealand.
New Zealand. All right.
Yeah,
brother.
man.
First time calling in?
Yeah, man. First time calling.
Oh, all right. Happy to have you. I hope you know the rules. How long have you been listening?
5 or 6 months, maybe.
5 or 6 months. So you know about the introduction then?
Yeah.
You know what to do then, right?
Yeah, I know what to do, man.
All right, stretch it out, brother. Stretch it out. I don't want to see you nervous. I mean, this is your big shot. You about to get your championship title shot right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Yo, this is Joey C from New Zealand, amateur boxer. How you guys doing?
All right. So we got a guy with actual experience in the ring. So talk to us, man. What is on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
Man, I was just calling in. I'm actually on my break from work, so I can't talk for long. But this is actually a shout out to you guys. Earlier in the year, I had a really bad relapse with some of my mental health issues, and you guys, I always look forward to listening to you dudes, and whenever I'd isolate myself from all my friends and all that kind of shit, I'd always be able to look forward to chucking on the boxing voice, and I'd go to my boxing gym and I'd hit the bag and stuff, and I'd just be thinking about all this stuff you guys talk about. I'd be trying out all these different styles, and man, it just got me through. I just wanted to say, when you guys go to sleep tonight, and in the future, whenever someone asks you what have you done with your life, be like, yo, motherfucker, I saved someone's life. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's amazing.
For real, when you're in that mode and no one can talk to you, your friends can't talk to you, and you can just listen to these people's voice and they just talk, and fuck, man, it's a lifesaver, eh?
Man, I'm glad everything worked out for you, and I'm glad we were getting you through your workouts and through your day, brother, man. That's awesome. And you actually called in. That's the best part.
Yeah, man. Well, I just wanted to, because I appreciate it so much. I was like, fuck, man, I need to let these guys know, because you don't even, I'm on the other side of the world. You're helping someone that's on the other side of the world. That's crazy, you know?
I know, it's amazing, brother. Believe me, every moment is surreal. You're saying it, but I got to smile if you're watching. Believe me.
Yeah. Just before I go, I just wanted to say, that dude earlier that was piping on about Triple G, bro, that guy is he seems like that guy at high school that is always trying to yell and talk louder than everyone else. Oh man, I wish I could smack him through the but yeah, nah. So you guys, I haven't really been listening because I've been at work, but you're talking about the Andre Ward fight, right?
Andre Ward fight, Tyson Fury, his ban being lifted and he's being back in action. Manny Pacquiao signing, or allegedly his manager Michael Kunz is saying that he's going to be taking on Jesse Vargas. A lot to talk about.
Yeah. Well, like from a New Zealand perspective, like we have like a real, like we really don't like people who use PEDs over here. Like we have a lot of athletes here, and you know, like we got Joseph Parker and guys like that. And you know, I was just thinking the other day, like, man, it's just it's actually it's really unfair when people use PEDs in boxing, because like I'm obviously an amateur boxer, and like if I knew that I was in the ring with someone that was using anything, or had even been like you know, like accused of it, it would be really intimidating, because I'm like, shit, man, I'm like going up against like the Hulk, you know. So I think even like if Tyson Fury is like, you know, having allegations against him for it, he should really not be fighting, because it actually gives quite an unfair sort of mental advantage, even if he's not using it. You see what I mean?
That's a point that hasn't been raised. That's a very good point.
Because like that would totally throw me off. Like it's even scary enough hopping in with someone that you know is, you know, this big strong guy. If you're in heavyweight and you know they're taking something, like, I mean, it's like when I see people are always talking. I know this is kind of off topic, but Joshua versus Parker. I just look at them and I'm like, man, these guys don't, like, you know, these guys don't belong in the same ring together. Like Joshua is like a beast. Like in all my time, like my entire life living in New Zealand, I've never seen someone that's that big before. Like it just feels like, yeah, PEDs is really not safe. Like I feel, you know, I've been like quite badly knocked out before, and if like I can imagine if someone like on steroids did that to you, it would just be like you would destroy your career, just because you just be, once you get knocked out like that, you just don't want to fight ever again.
Wow, this is a very good call, man.
Anyway, yeah, sorry for ranting on a bit though, but like it's yeah, when you actually fight, you get like a different sort of like respect for things. Like the first time I ever got knocked out, I didn't go back to the gym for a long time. I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. And if it had, someone is on steroids and they do something like that to you, or even if you're on steroids and you do something like that to someone, it would ruin your life. Like it's yeah, it's scary, man. It has no place in boxing at all. You can play soccer and take steroids if you want, like Ronaldo or whatever. I mean, but, and that's fine, but you're not risking anyone's life, you know? You have a big responsibility when you're fighting against someone else.
How do you feel the Joseph Parker Joshua fight's going to go then? I take it you're leaning to Joshua.
Yeah, I am. I mean, a lot of people here, you know, it's cool to be like behind your countrymen and stuff. Like if Parker was a cruiserweight, I'd be like, yeah, but he's not, and he's a heavyweight, and he's gonna stick and move for like 3 rounds, I think. But if you watch a lot of Parker's fights, he normally gets binged with like 1 or 2 good shots every round. It can be kind of at the end of the round, but he kind of loses his concentration.
It's a defense for me. Is the issue with Parker is defense, man.
Yeah, a lot of people say he gasses out, but I actually reckon he just gasses out because I genuinely believe he doesn't take anything at all. Like he's straight natural, because like that's just how we are in New Zealand. Like there's even, you know, like you can take something and then it might be considered a PED like a few years later, but at the time it's not. But even something like that, I don't think he would take, you know. I mean, you could just look at his sponsors, you know, like he's sponsored by like Burger King. It's just like, oh man, this guy's like, you know, he's not really a massive deal, I suppose.
I hear you.
Isn't that Anthony Joshua's next fight now, Wingy?
Well, that's what we're thinking, yeah.
Well, we'll soon find out. But Joseph, man, thank you for calling in. We do have to get to some other callers, but an amazing story. Thank you for expressing that here on air for some other listeners that probably, I mean, we've had some calls similar to that. So again, You know, an amazing call for a first-time caller.
Yeah, I was going to ask for that first-time call. That's a good call.
It was a great story, man. Cali Crownholder, talk to us.
Hey, fellas, how's it going tonight?
All right, brother.
Good interview with J-Rock, by the way. I think J-Rock, I actually agree with Abel from last night. I think J-Rock or Charlos would actually give GGG a better fight than Lara. I just think Lara's only hope is just to make somebody look bad in the ring and survive for 12 rounds. So, like, I don't think a fight with him and Triple G would be good for Triple G at all. I mean, if he wins, he's supposed to win. And if he loses, then he's asked for losing. So, like, I feel like, you know, there's no reason for him to take that fight when, you know, at least a fight with Julian or Charlo, he can look good and still lose, you know, if he loses. But to the topic at hand, you know, Andre Ward, I don't think what he does in this fight really matters. I think he's just trying to take a fight, not get cut so that he can take this Kovalev fight in November. So, obviously he's going to win. Hopefully he'll get a stoppage, you know, so he doesn't have to go that many rounds. But I don't think it's really that important what he does in this fight as long as he wins. Yeah, I mean, people say that Mayweather never took an Alexander Brand, but what would you call Robert Guerrero? I mean, Robert Guerrero only had.
Stop it, man.
Really? No. Guerrero's a high quality fighter.
I mean,
no,
it is what it is.
It's
I like how he just slipped it in there in his cool, calm voice.
No. Brand hasn't done half of what Guerrero did. Why are you guys so disrespectful?
What Guerrero done?
No, if Guerrero was your dad, you'd be fighting in the playground right now had I said that about your dad, man. Stop it.
What'd you say?
If Guerrero was your dad, you'd be fighting in the playground right now.
Guerrero's a former, you know, IBF featherweight champion, baby.
Multiple division, man. This guy's he's out of control today.
Well, right, but he came up from 2 divisions down to fight Mayweather, right? He had one fight in between.
He's still not Alexander Brand. Still not. He has been on the highest stage of again, it's like the little kid hitting the bag, man. He made it to the mountaintop. Brand ain't there.
I guess. I mean, I think Guerrero's garbage. But and if my dad was garbage and you called him garbage on the playground, I would shake your hand.
You're a mean son.
But yeah, you know, like Boxing MD, like I at first when I started listening to the show about a year ago, I was like, you know, I couldn't really understand why people hated like these Triple G diehards, but Boxing MD is the reason why people hate the Triple G diehards, man. He's like that guy who says no offense and then says a whole bunch of racist shit. Like
now,
you know, you can't be like, I'm not a racist, but black people need to be lynched. Like that's horrible. Like it took Crawford decimating Postal for him to give Crawford any kind of love. Like it took his boy getting put on a cross on HBO pay-per-view for him to finally give the man some credit. And then all of a sudden he's like, well, Crawford's good. I mean, it's out of control with that guy. He's out of control. But thanks, guys. Have a great show. And talk to you later.
I wanted to let the caller get their point out, voice of the people, but I'm not. You know, you can't say MD's racist. He's very pro Eastern European, but that doesn't make you racist, in my opinion.
Boxing MD has been hitting me up nonstop, and he's been defending himself. And this time he says, "Ness, I haven't said one racist thing. What the?
I just defended him, and I, you know.
I know. Wait, listen.
I love this show, man. This is great. I just love it. All the different characters. I love it. That last guy, I forgot his name. Just had me going with that Guerrero shit.
Gotta look for Paul, my boy Paul Yearwood.
Popping all this champagne, popping all this
Rosé.
getting money like Jose. Chain code, no way. Shorty wants that foreplay. I'm like, no way. Rockin' like Coldplay, killing it.
OJ.
She's like Green Bay, call me Aaron Rodgers. Hopped out that Dodge.
You play the extended mix now, man, innit?
Well, you know, people got to get ready, man. They got to get their popcorn ready when I come on the air, right? That's what it's about. So
Here we go.
you go, Ness. What's up, boys? How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good, brother. You?
What's up, brother? What's going on?
Good. Thanks as well. Well, first of all, I think there's two things about Andre Ward. One, I think we do got to concede the fact that he is giving us probably the best fight that can be seen in boxing right after the next fight. So let's cut him a bit of slack. Who cares who he's fighting? He could be fighting the garbage man or the mailman or who cares? Or he could be fighting his uncle. But I do disagree with you guys. I think if he's at the top of the game, he should beat this bum and knock him out. That's one thing we all got to look at, right? Like, he's supposedly number 1 or number 2 in the world. He should knock this guy out.
That's what I said. I said I said we should see a knockout.
The fight loses a bit of steam if he doesn't do it, right? Especially since Kovalev didn't do it either. So I would hate it. This is such a huge fight. I would like for the momentum to surge back and there to be a bit more excitement. And it would be amazing if Ward just drills this guy and takes him out in 2 or 3 rounds. So that's what I think on Ward. And then my other opinion is on Punani Pacquiao.
Oh no.
Boxing, man. Yeah, Punani Emmanuel Pacquiao.
You really don't like Pacquiao, do you, brother?
Much, man. I used to love Pacquiao, man. I used to love Pacquiao, and I used to call in every show, and I used to love Canelo. These guys are what's wrong with boxing, man. They bring us in, they make us become addicted to the sport, and then they let us down. And that's what I hate about guys like that. They totally get us all excited, all into it, and then they pull this bullshit. Who wants to see Punani Pacquiao against Vargas? Nobody. It's not a fight, man. He's a pussy. He's dodging Crawford. That's who he should be fighting. He should be fighting Danny Garcia. He should be fighting Broner. Like, MD said it. I hardly agree with MD, but MD said it. He's fighting a guy who Bradley, cleaned him out 11 to 12 rounds. How is that a fight that we want to see, right? So I hope that fight does the same thing that Canelo's fight does. I hope it tanks. I hope it does horrible. And as well, I wanted to give props to Wood for that nickname on Chocolate Dorito. I agree. Guy's done nothing to deserve that status. That's it, boys. I'm out.
Damn. That's what you call it impactful. Cool, man. That's why he gets that intro.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man?
Yo, how the hell this is not Santana?
How the hell this is not?
How many times I'm gonna get this wrong?
Yeah, what's up, Santana, man?
Nah, this ain't no Santana.
Santana is the most chilled TBV caller. Okay, who is it? Who's on the line, man?
Fake Santana, you gonna talk or what?
Yo.
That's Santana.
Oh, man, damn. I thought I heard somebody else. But no, though. Yeah, great call with J-Rock. I'm excited for the fight with him and Charlo. It's just to show Masterpiece that Al Haymon is not protecting his fighters. You got 2 prime undefeated fighters in the same division going against each other. It's not pay-per-view, so I can't wait for that fight. As far as Ward, I don't think there's no pressure on him to get the knockout. Some fighters, they're not knockout artists. Like, they can't, as long as he dominate, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Some fighters, they just can't, like Mayweather, they just can't always get the knockout.
What else? As far as the Manny Pacquiao Vargas, Bob Arum said it's not a done deal yet. He had to visit Pacquiao Sunday, but I think it's gonna be Vargas, and I'm really disappointed in that fight. And Ness, you seem like you kind of okay with it. You said Pacquiao bit through the gauntlet, but outside of Mayweather, his last 3 fights, Rios, Bradley for the 3rd time, and you got Algieri, like that's a soft like for Pacquiao. I expect better. Like I want to see him the best versus the best. He should be fighting Crawford.
Algieri's a beast, former champion.
Huh?
Algieri's a former champion, brother. He's a beast.
Yeah, but he beat Ruslan. Ruslan was nobody.
Why you always lying?
He beat Ruslan and got the fight with Pacquiao. It's crazy. But yeah. So if it was Mayweather, they'd be saying he's ducking a slick right fighter. You know, I was against the Berto Mayweather. You know, but I felt like what's the difference between Berto and Vargas? I felt like at least Berto brings type of power to the table. Like Vargas, he gonna run through Vargas.
At least Vargas got a real belt. Berto ain't even got that.
He got it, yeah. It was a vacant title though. He didn't actually beat nobody to get it. It was vacant by Tim Bradley. So he beat Saddam Ali, who was on the come up, haven't been proven. So he's like a paper champion. But it is what it is. I won't be paying for the fight, but yeah, that's all I got.
Cool, Priest, man.
I'm gonna have to do a fight party for that one. I ain't paying for that shit.
I don't even know what our situation is with that. In fact, let me have a look into that. What how are we getting that one?
I mean, it's too soon. Bob Aronson ain't even done yet. Because you know what? It ain't no show without info. Joe.
Back up in the Heezy, baby. What up, Ness? What up, Wingy?
What up, info? You good, brother?
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, I just want to say, appreciate you guys doing the back-to-back shows, man, with the great interviews, man. TVB, pound for pound podcast in the world.
That's what we like. Hit that like button, people.
Shout out to Mustard Peace. Yo, Patrick from Brooklyn, call in sometime, man. Now, back to Ward. He doesn't have to get the knockout, but he does have to beat the shit out of this guy. I wouldn't put the pressure on him to knock him out, but I do wish he would have chosen an opponent similar to Kovo to get him, you know, used to that kind of style. I wish he would have chosen more of a boxer puncher, you know. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to beat Koval, but I just want him to slam dunk it. With Brand, he's going to run through this guy, and I think he's not going to give him the look that he needs to really slam dunk it with Kovo. But I got faith in Ward, though. He's going to beat Kovo. Far as the Pac-Man, I really don't want to see Floyd and Pac no more, man. Everybody's looking for the next biggest star in boxing, but we'll never see him if these guys keep coming back, popping in and out. And we'll never, you know, no one would ever be to take that one and two place. So I really don't want to see Pac and Floyd no more. It's enough young lions to keep us entertained for a long time. And I got faith in all these young guys, man. We can't be entertained without Pac and Floyd. That's my call, y'all. Peace, brothers.
Info Joe, the reason these jokers keep coming back.
Yo, Ness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead. I want to hear your point. I have one more thing I wanted to ask you a question. Go ahead.
I was going to say the reason they keep coming back is because these pay-per-view numbers doing so bad that they like, damn, it's a market out there that nobody can't fill but us.
True. Yeah, that's true. Hey, you got a good point there. Hey, Ness, is there any channel that I can check out the Olympic boxing, man? And can you guys, if not, can you guys maybe
doing
every
something.
once in a while chime in and let us know? Huh?
I know PBC's gonna be doing something, but we'll see, man. I mean, they're already in Rio, man. We could see. I remember when Earl Spence and Marcus Brown and Jojo Diaz and all of them were in London, right? That's where the last one was at. We had them live on the show from over there. Maybe we could pull it off again. I know their publicists. Maybe we can make something happen. I'm gonna have Monsterpiece contact her because it's just 2 females. Maybe they could hook up.
Why they don't have it on TV no more, man? I remember back in the days they had it on TV. They don't show boxing. They show basketball and fucking running and everything else, but not boxing no more.
Just ain't enough of us, man.
That's hurtful, man. That hurts.
Yeah, we get. I'm telling you, on YouTube alone, we get like 10,000 views per episode. We can't get one episode that got 1,000 likes. So how's anybody going? I mean, it's just too small. Boxing is too small. It's such a niche sport, man. It's a little cult. That's why we all love each other.
Yeah.
The ones that do, right?
Right.
And then you got, we're a bit segregated, obviously, but, it's a small community is what I want to say.
None of that MMA dilution, man.
Word.
Joe, I'm going to get to some other callers here. I got to get to my boy Paul Yearwood. Paul, man, we might have to go halfsies on this Pacquiao sleeper.
That sounds good to me, man. I might have to do that. I definitely ain't gonna be doing it on my lonesome.
I know, me neither. That's for sure. I got to get like 5 people in on this one. It's got to come out to like $5.50 per person in order for us to get this.
It works out for everybody. Plus, you bring, plus a whole bunch of extracurricular activities. Plus, so we'd be all right. But I wanted to give a shout out to Wingy. I haven't called since Wingy has been on, and I wanted to give a big chocolate brownie to my brother over in the UK.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. On this Andre Ward, I'll say he doesn't need a knockout. That's not his style. That's not how he gets down. He's a calculated fighter. So he has to dominate. He has to, put every round in the book and make it look ugly. Make it look clean. And make him look ugly or whatever Brand is. That's crazy. That's my mom's last name. But he seemed like he fighting some ladies in there, so I don't know, man. I'll deal with it if the Kovalev comes right after. We don't need a Liam Smith in between this one. That's all I'm asking. But the Manny Pacquiao Vargas, I'm not too particularly happy with it, but y'all said it on the show earlier that it was going to happen. It's an easy belt. I remember you saying that, Ness. It's an easy belt for him to get when he was talking about Terrence Crawford. So, I after you said that, that kind of put the inkling in my mind, and I think that's how it's going to go. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Damn.
So are you? I mean, well, he kind of said everything we needed him to say.
That's what I was thinking. He wrapped it all up.
He doesn't mind because he knows it's a
Did
necessary.
I wrap it all
evil.
up? I do it all in one take. You know what I'm saying?
I see, man. Hey, Paul, man, pleasure having you on. Thank you for calling in. And
Thank you, Paul, man.
I'm penciling you in for at least a fifth or half of this pay-per-view, or else I'm not watching. That's for sure. Let me see. We got GT Kid all the way in Atlanta.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
What up?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. I'm gonna be real quick here. I got a lot of things I'm gonna touch on. So, first off, I need some crow for that Frampton. Not for Frampton, for Postal.
Man, stop acting like you picked Frampton. You need some for Frampton too.
I didn't call in.
Yeah, but we know what your mom said.
All right. Okay, real quick, man. So we got chocolate Doritos and Donnie Pacquiao, man. It's out of control tonight. But Andre Ward's gonna win the fight. He needs to look impressive for some build up for the fight. Kovalev didn't really look impressive in his last fight. So, to get some steam behind the fight, Ward needs to put him down. He doesn't have to knock him out, but he needs to get a TKO. He needs to stop him. He needs to look dominant in his performance. Needs to win pretty much every round. But it's gonna be a good fight. Man, what else am I talking about? Oh, top pound for pound, real quick. I got Ward in 1 because he's going up to another division. to challenge himself, and he's already dominated his own division, cleaned it out. He's willing to fight anybody. I got GGG second because he's pretty much doing the same thing. He's going to clean out 160. He's going to step up and go to 168. We all know it. Everybody's ducking him at 160. After that, you could throw in Lomo, Rigondeaux, and probably
Tyson Fury.
Yo, so you really about to bomb this show
man,
with yesterday's show's topics?
Yeah, man, real quick. So, but I think that's all, man. Yeah, when is Berto Garcia official and is this Pacquiao fight official yet?
Neither. But they sound very official, but neither.
Vargas is happening, man.
That's all I got for those, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, brother.
Peace.
What you say there, Winger?
I said the Vargas fight's happening, man. We know what's going on, man.
I listen. You know why I agree with you? Because there's really nothing else out there for
Yeah.
me outside
Yeah.
of the street, you know what I mean? That's why this, man, it's just sad. Like, how many more years are we gonna have to go before all these guys start playing nice? Like, how isn't there a way where it makes sense, where it's not, you know, business or where the business is 50-50? Like, I cannot believe it, man. This segregation has been going on for so long. It's stupid to divide.
Hurts the sport.
It is hurting the sport. 626, you're live.
Hey, what's up, man? I just wanted to mention to y'all, you guys are doing a great job. And talking about Tyson Fury, I think Fury needs to fight either Ortiz or Wilder next to prove that he's not, you know, kind of this, you know, fake cat. You know, he needs to fight someone real, being that Klitschko's, you know, toward the latter portion of his career. That being said, I think they would have a lot of chance to make a lot of money if they make a promotion or a tournament, is what I propose, to unify the division, have Ortiz fight Tyson Fury, and have Wilder fight Joshua, and the winner of those two fights fight for the unified and undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. I think that would make a lot of money. You could promote it. You could put it on Showtime, HBO, any of those programs, and that's something that would really bring boxing back. That's all I got.
The WBA did propose to do that, didn't they? But then Tyson Fury said, I'm not interested in that. I'm going to drop the belt and all that. So it didn't work out.
I mean, people drop these belts. That's what all the sanctioning bodies need to get together. Why don't they just charge every fighter, right? And this way, WBC takes their portion, because it's all about the fees, right? So why don't they all get down? And the way the WBC has Ali's face and whatever current champion, well, there is where you put the symbols of the IBF, the WBA, the WBO, and everybody just make a fucking transformer belt. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get their piece, but it's one champion, one fucking guy with one belt per division, and let these leeches still get their fees, because it ain't gonna go away.
That's what the Ring magazine tried to do, didn't they? That's that's the lineal representation. That's what that's meant to be at the very least. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but the Ring doesn't charge for their belt. They get it out. So that's why it's like, whatever.
Who's the heavyweight Ring champion? Nes, there you go. There's only one there.
You can only be the lineal by beating the lineal.
That's it. You love it.
302. 302.
Yo.
You're live.
Go.
Oh yeah, it's George.
George.
Hey, what's going on, Wingy? It's the first time I actually called with Wingy being on the air, so welcome.
Thank you.
And I just wanted, man, all these callers, man, this is why your boxing fans are just so fickle, man. It's like here, Manny Pacquiao, this guy made a career of epic, entertaining fights. And the man's already on his way out. Remember, it was supposed to be his last fight with Bradley, which was also another thrilling fight, even though it was pretty, people were tired of seeing it. But, it was still a good fight nonetheless. And here Vargas is a valid competitor. I mean, I don't see why, it's not, it's a better fight than what Mayweather took. And Berto was ranked number 22 at the time. And he's ranked number 15 internationally now. after beating Ortiz. But I mean, like, I don't get it. These fans are nuts. But as far as this Andre Ward fight, you know, remember this was the fight, I believe, that he tried to fight on the undercard of Canelo Cotto, right? And he got hurt or something came up, or I think he just didn't really want to fight on the undercard. Basically, what it came down to.
Who you talking about, Lewis?
But Alexander Brand.
Who you said doesn't want to fight on the undercard?
No, when Andre Ward, remember this was he was trying to fight Alexander Brand before.
You mean on the Canelo undercard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and then I guess, you know, I think Max Kellerman just said that, because remember it came out, he's like, oh, well, Andre Ward hurt his knee, and he's, you know, going to headline something else. And I think Max Kellerman said on the fight game, it was like really just that, you know, he didn't want to be on the undercard. You know, kind of a prideful thing. But for me, yeah, and I know that
I
this
hope
is
that is
kind of
not
like
true.
a step down. Huh?
I said I hope that is not true, because if I were a fighter, whether or not I was Ward or not, I understand that Canelo's more popular than me, and I'm trying to get some of them residual fandom by getting on his undercard if it's available to me, especially if I don't have a main event, you know, B-side.
Well, I think that's probably just because he thinks he's actually the better fighter between both of the headliners. And I mean, and like you said, I hope it ain't true, but I mean, nonetheless, it's still exposure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. But he, you know, should have done it. But yeah, Ward, you know, this is a step down with his past fight with Barrera. So that kind of brings a little bit more pressure, because he did knock down Barrera in that fight, even though it did go to decision. So that being said, at the very least, I expect 2 knockdowns in this fight, especially if this guy is a wide swinging puncher, and Andre Ward being the sharp shooter that he is, being able to pick in between those shots. So, you know, if he doesn't knock him out, he's got to look dominant. So that's my call, guys.
Good call. That's where I'm standing with Ward. A lot of people are saying Ward shouldn't have to go in there and get the knockout because it's not his style. I can appreciate that, but at this level of opponent going into a big fight, as a fight fan, I want to see momentum. So even if it's not a straight knockout like this caller just said, give us a few knockdowns and give us a straight dominating fight, which we should see. But I kind of lie. Even if he's not a knockout puncher, I want to see that.
I mean,
against this level of opponent.
I want to see it too. And, you know, now that George says, hey, he dropped Barrera, who we all thought was better, he looks younger. Yeah, maybe he should at least drop Alexander Brand. Brandy Brand. Prince from New York, talk to me. Prince from New York. Go all the way up.
Hello, what's going on, guys? Well, that's right. All the way up. Hey, man, Wingy, what's up? What's happening in casual? You guys accepted any applications or what?
Nah, he just had to work late today.
All right, cool. Just wanted to touch on J-Rock. That was an excellent interview. You know, before the call, I was leaning towards Charlo. You know, I mean, like they're pretty much on the same level, but they're different styles of fighters. You know, like Charlo, he's good range, 1-2, powerful. But as J-Rock spoke about his fight against Michael, whatever, I actually watched it during this time. And I saw something that I didn't get to see in some of his previous fights, like his last 2 or 3 fights, you know, against like Coelho or whatever. Like it went 1 round. You're not gonna see much from that. 7 rounds, but he was fighting a very, very patient boxing fight on staying range. But what I saw in that Michael fight was that he's actually a terrific inside fighter. And to me, the winner of this fight comes down to who executes the better game plan. things that close, because we've seen what Kraut did to Charlo on the inside. He was very effective on the inside. And if J-Rock fights on the inside, he's going to win a close decision. If he doesn't, I think he might lose a close decision. So this is one of those like very close fights, but who's going to come with the better game plan, a la a Thurman Porter kind of fight.
Okay.
Think about that.
This is the Charlo, which is the harder puncher, right? Who do you think's got the power advantage in this fight?
Oh, Charlo definitely has the power advantage. Charlo, his right hand is just straight vicious, and when he connects with his hard punches, it's gonna hurt. The thing with J-Rock is like it's more an accumulation of punches, or he catches somebody with like a really perfect kind of shot. He's really just a really intellectual boxer. Starts off with his jab, has a very good, like all his techniques are very good fundamentally speaking, and this goes for both of them. They both got that really good jab. They both can throw good uppercut. I mean, J-Rock's uppercut's better than Charlo's. They both can throw good hooks. But this is just like the style big fights kind of thing, and it's gonna be. I mean, this is gonna be a real great fight. We're gonna see another Thurman Porter. Like PBC is gonna keep on rolling with these Fight of the Year candidates, because this is easily gonna be a good one.
Great fight, yeah, I agree. I can't wait.
2 rounds.
I can't wait for it.
Yeah. This is legit right here. This is legit. Frampton and Leo, inside fighter versus the counter puncher kind of thing. You know, like this is gonna be a really good fight.
Cool. Just before we shoot.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, apologise. Just before we shoot into drive-by mode, which I believe we're going to be kicking into soon, shout out to the chat. You're all representing. Big up to you lot in the chat. Hit that like button, people. Come on, just hit that like button. You love this podcast, right? Give us the likes, for the love of... If you motherfuckers want me to buy some more t-shirts, caps, give them away, then hit the likes.
No need. I got a bunch over here, man. I told you. I got a lot. So we could definitely give them away. But
got my order for 2?
Well, what I don't have is 2Xs. So, you know, everybody's going to have to get on a diet like Ness, because I got a bunch of 1Xs. 1Xs.
Okay, I've got 2 on the way, though. I don't know if that's for you for the store.
100. No. That's going to come separate. I mean, what I have here in stock. And 138 likes, that's just so depressing, to be honest with you, man. I mean, it's like, come on. The past couple of shows been having high 200s or 300s. Like, to see just 100, it's like, wow, you really don't care that Wingy's staying up at night. I mean, it's almost breakfast time over there. The guy has a daughter, for God's sake.
Always breakfast time, brother. Just hit the likes, people. Come on. You can do it.
Block caller, who's this? Block caller. Don't be afraid.
This is Wood.
Wood? Oh, this the other Wood. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, Wood from Ohio.
What up?
Not much. What's going on?
Nah,
What's up, man?
What's up to the whole TBV family?
What's up?
Can you back away from the microphone just a bit?
How about now?
Yeah, no problem. I'll do it here.
Am I good?
You good.
Go.
Hey, I just was calling in. This is my second time calling in, and let me get a little quote, man, because I did take Santa Cruz last week, but I take that one. Hey, I just wanted to hit on it with the Andre Ward. I think we got college football season getting ready to start up, and all the teams start out with the out-of-conference teams that are extremely overmatched. And, even with pro sports, sometimes you got the Minnesota Twins or the NBA. I mean, in the NBA, you had the Kings or the Sixers on the schedule that week, and it's just not a great matchup. But I think you still go out and support the home team or your favorite team. And so I don't really have a problem with this fight for Ward as long as it's going somewhere. So, if he gets through this, and the matchup with Kovalev does in fact happen in November, then I'm good with it. And then another thing is that, you know, with the Adonis fight last week, I'm all right with these guys fighting some interesting fights, as long as it's not on pay-per-view. If I don't have to pay for it, you know, I'm okay with some of these two-up fights, or, you know, some of the lower, some of the you know, competition that may not necessarily be in the top 10 of a particular division.
Good call. I like the optimism.
So do I, man. Thanks for calling in. Okay, thanks for calling in, brother. We're gonna get to some other calls. Listen, we have to switch it to drive by. I know some of you are gonna be mad because it's some alumni down there, but listen, you got to get here.
The likes aren't even high, man. So we were gonna finish up.
Ain't even high, so why would I not go to drive by?
Exactly.
You don't even care that, you know, we're here, so whatever. Matter of fact, this is how I feel right now.
Let me say, I don't pay showtime to see you all there, not even putting a goddamn motherfucking effort. Fuck you. I want to see two motherfuckers just fight. I think I'm gonna fight with somebody in the street. Fuck you. Don't need that shit. You don't love that form I do? Fuck you. Just move along. Gone. Fuck you. Next, what great show. Thumbs up, donate.
What's happening, baby boy?
Hey, yo, what's happening, people?
What?
Yes, Georgie. I've been waiting for this call, Georgie. I've been waiting for this call.
What up, Georgie?
Yo, let me get this going where we can't be blaming the fans, especially the TBB fans, because we here supporting, man, but this fight ain't got no hype. And nobody really giving a fuck about this shit, man. People serious? We just waiting to fucking Andrew Ward. Look at how bad it is that we're wishing that dude gets stopped. If dude don't get stopped, we already ready to diminish fucking Andrew Ward accomplishments. Straight up. Like, nigga gotta knock him out. That's how bullshit this fight is, that we know who's gonna win, but you know, it's just that point. I just want to talk about some other shit, man. So let me burn some. Listen, we got this fight coming up now with Triple G and Brooke. I have always criticized, we the human race, we are funky motherfucking race. I don't know who was the physicist who said after 205 pounds, anybody can fight anybody and knock anybody out, and size don't matter. But if Brooke is fighting Triple G, right? Like Boom Boom Mycini say, the difference only is 2 glasses of water. But when it comes to these fucking giants out there, that they're not fighting each other with like Klitschko and fucking Fury. And when they fight each other, what happened? It's a bullshit fight. Cause this nigga, I never liked the division after fucking the nigga from England. What was the last unified heavyweight?
Lennox Lewis?
Hurry up, historians. Lennox Lewis. Since Lennox Lewis, I didn't like this shit, my nigga. Straight up, the worst thing that you can do in boxing is that lean back shit. And Klitschko does it. Fucking Wilder does it. All these tall-ass motherfuckers who don't fight each other does it. And when they do, when Fury fight Klitschko, what we get out? Bullshit. It shows that, like, the level is not there, no skill, man.
But you saw skill, had the way Fury was moving. Fury looked like a white heavyweight Mayweather in that fight.
He looked like that bullshit.
Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Come on, baby boy. Come on, let's keep it clean here, man. No low blows. Let's be straight up, dog. Fuck, he look like shit. The whole fucking thing was fucking, I mean, I don't even blame Ness for not making a show, because the whole thing was fucking ridiculous, bro. And this is what we get. At least we would get Wilder fighting fucking Joshua or fighting any of these tall motherfuckers, then we got a fair fight. But I don't know. Ness one time said that I want to grab him by his fucking throat. This nigga one time said that doesn't matter who throws the punch, as long as you apply the technique, that person will go down. I don't give a fuck who said that. Whoever said that is stupid. He's stupid. For some reason, 205 pounds is worth fucking fist exchange. Everything is fucking 4-pound division. Still matters, but when we hit a mystical level after fucking the 200 pounds. something majestic happened, that physics change. Fuck out of here. I bet you the number one pound for pound in the sport right now, Chocolatito, him and my jaw piece, and I don't go down. I bet you Wilder, he fucking nest on his jaw piece, and that nigga go to sleep for a month. This is simple physics, baby. I don't understand this shit. So I cannot appreciate no heavyweight shit.
Yo, why he got to punch me though?
These people technically they suck.
Why he got to punch me though?
But but hold on. Eddie P on the shotty, my nigga, he got me. We're gonna make a show talking about these mafias, and my nigga gonna sponsor. So you gotta hit him up, Ness. Gotta give him a shout out.
He gotta
Shout
hit
out to
me
the
up.
Shotty, everybody support.
He gotta hit me
He
up.
gonna hit you up, my nigga.
That's it.
Nigga, hit that nigga up and get that hustle going. You're trying to be the king, that's your dude.
I know, but I'm
Hit him
saying
up.
I don't have his info, George. I can't hit a guy I don't even.
Go back on the goddamn shotty, nigga. He put his shit out there. Anyway, everybody support, get the teach. It's really important to support. Without TVB, all we got is this fucking mafia pumping bullshit.
Just imagine. Wait.
What? Go ahead, Joe.
I was just gonna say, just imagine. This ain't gonna happen, but just imagine if one day Ned said, you know what, these likes, there's not enough likes on here, man. I'm gonna carry on doing my thing, and then TBV was gone, and he left with a load of miserable people who hate the sport, who hate casuals, who hate people who sit around moaning about it. Just imagine the likes weren't high enough, and it was gone.
Listen, Wingy, hold down, B. Ness is not perfect. He's far from perfect.
Yo, but I'm here every day.
Doing.
But I'm here every day. I don't gotta be perfect.
Sit down, nigga, and take Yo, so this man is not perfect, people, but that's the only motherfucker we got right now. So we gotta roll with him.
Damn.
Yo,
what kind of love is that, man? What kind
New logo, loads of shows, new overlay. Damn this.
Yo, what kind of love is that, man? That's all we got right now. Crazy, bro.
Hey, yo. Forever, baby.
Whatever. Georgie, this what you get. Shit. Later. We love you though.
Ness, you need to.
That was supposed to be drive-by. This is what I'm saying. We can't even break fucking 300 likes. I got shit to do. I'm really after Joey, everybody on drive-by. That's your own fault. WBC, the only reason you ain't on drive-by is because you won that belt. Better be lucky you the champ.
No, it's all good, Ness. I'll be on drive-by, man. Hey, dog, but Ness, you gotta have Georgie like do special guest shows, man, where he's like a guest host for a whole show, man. That'll be dope, man. But let me go ahead and start off, Ness. I think for Andre Ward, man, I mean, I don't think it'll be a bust if he doesn't get a knockout. I personally think I would just get the rounds in. If he knows he's gonna beat this dude, but I just go ahead and do the full 12 rounds and get all the experience and get the good sparring that you can, because you're going into the biggest fight basically of your career. So I wouldn't even try to get him out of there early. I just maybe even test the waters a little bit, get your feet wet, and then because it's gonna be a mental game. After that Kovalev fight, a lot of people were saying, "Oh man, Kovalev didn't look good." Well, his trainer even admitted he didn't look in shape. So I wonder how Ward mentally and psychologically is gonna come out, if he's gonna be like trying to play mental games with him. And if he comes out too dominant, I don't know. Maybe he just don't want to show too much, man. I just really think he should just go to full 12 and then go ahead and just get the decision, man. And then going off to the Pacquiao Vargas, I told you this last week, Nez, after a couple weeks ago when we had that talk on that Crawford Postal, man. I'm gonna take a break from these pay-per-views, man. I mean, I got the HBO, so I can just watch the replays the following week. I'm gonna take a stand personally and just wait until I'm seeing the fights that I really want to see. I just catch the replay, man. I still can follow the fights on Twitter or on, you even do the round by round, so I can just follow it like that. So I'm definitely not gonna support that pay-per-view because I think Bob's charging $70, and then the undercard is basically A sides versus a whole bunch of C minus D sides. So I'm not gonna support that when PBC is putting out great matches on regular TV. And then Yeah, that's probably it, man. I know you want to get out of here, man. But yeah, we have to get the likes up, man. I mean, this Ness and Wingy and Casual been dropping shows less than 3 hours almost, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Podcast shows only go hour and a half. We got to come on and support these guys. The likes mean a lot. And come on, we got to show our appreciation, guys. So let's get those likes up and keep supporting the show, man. And Ness, real quick, man, I'm changing my workout up, dude. I need some. I'm going to hit you up later on those pull-ups and dips, dude, because I'm trying to tone up, man. But Wingy, man, we got.
Yo, did you check? Are you on Instagram?
Nah, man, I don't. I'm just on Twitter and
man,
Facebook.
Get an IG,
but I do
man. Get an IG. Get an IG, but you can follow that Mad Bars, man. I'm switching up right now. I'm doing all that stuff for Mad Bars because it's a little bit of circuit included, so I want to keep shredding down. Yeah, it's serious though, man, because it's all calisthenics. You know, it's all body weight.
Yeah. Hey, Ness, real quick, and this for you too, Wingy. Ness, if we was to do a show in the future on the UK World Champions, you think it'd be a big hit, or you think it'd be one of them shows that'd be kind of more hating going on than actual acknowledgement? Because I've been thinking about doing a on-demand show on the UK champions.
I think it would have to be. That
can't go unnoticed, man. That's 14 world champions.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. I think it would have to probably be the timing, right? I mean, because you're right. If we open it up for the normal time, we might just get a lot of U.S. callers who are not happy that some of the champions are not defending their belts with the right level of opponent. You know, I just want you guys to know I fucking love it every time you say that I need VADA or I need that I do PEDs, because it's all real, baby. I cook for myself. I work out. I don't got no trainer, and I don't pay for no gym. All this in the garage. So if I'm on PEDs, thank you.
I just remember when you first done it, Nez. You was a big guy. You lost it, and I thought, is he gonna keep this off? And ever since then, boom, you done it, man. Respect you, bro.
Lifestyle now, bro. I just fucking did meal prepping for like 3 months, man. I'm staying in shape forever.
Hey, Nez, let me get 20 more seconds, and I'll get out of here.
Go for
it. Remember yesterday, the other day you had called out and said, do some of these fighters need to be more gentlemen, or they need to have some character?
Yes.
I think it was the show the day before, the one show, and I'm bringing that up because Wingy has personality and character. You have your own personality and character, and the casual fan has his own like character, and that's what makes the boxing voice like dope and entertaining. Like if we was all just a bunch of talking all appropriate and proper all the time, the show would be kind of lame, right? But everybody has their own character, so that's kind of tying in with boxing. You need personality out there. So I just wanted to tie that in, man. But y'all keep doing a great job, man.
All
right. Thank you. That's a great call. That's very true. When Casual's on, I bounce off Casual. When James is on, he drops the knowledge. Do you know what I mean? When Casual's dropping that funniness, making me crack up, it lifts me. Do you know what I mean? So
Joe,
yeah, man, good call.
It's so hard to take that title from Joey, right? Like all his calls are always bomb. Like
he's great. He's great. I love Joe, man.
First of all, I highly doubt if you ever lose, he's really gonna give up that title. So you'll be winning the metaphorical title, right? I doubt he's gonna give it up that WBO.
It's just the positivity I like, man. It's not a negative effort. Do you know what I mean? That's what I like, man.
All we got to do, ladies and gentlemen, is hope that Ward wins this fight, and we might be having the TBB Las Vegas. We already got the ring belt to give away, so I don't know. The Wingy said he's busy, man, but we might have to change that, man. We might have to force that. I hear it's closer for you from over there to Vegas than it is like to New York, right? Am I wrong about that?
I know, but I wanted to go to the actual official thing where you have it official, not some random meetup with,
Random.
Well, yeah, because I want to go to the official thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, not. It's financials, brother. It's a lot of money, man. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm gonna come over, it's gonna be for the official thing, not just let's have a random meetup. Oh yeah, a couple of people. It needs to be the official thing if I'm gonna pay.
An official thing, like
what you just done, like the annual shows kind of thing.
It is gonna be that. I mean,
I thought it's just a couple of you. I thought it's a couple of you and your mans, them just meeting our birds, go to the fight, man.
No, because remember, this is an international show, so we had a New York one, right? But look, Info Joe came from LA because it was the fight, right? So we're actually following the war fight. We're hoping that more hardcore TBV listeners will go to a Ward fight. Plus, it gives the West Coast listeners a chance, right? A lot of them didn't get to make it over here. And look, there's West Coast listeners that are really pushing hard for this. Like, they want to do it on their own type.
You got any pets?
Huh?
You got any pets?
No.
Oh, cool. I'll crash at your yard then, man.
Absolutely, dude. My casa, su casa. Everybody's been here already, brother. It's no problem. All right, so we're gonna turn this drive-by on. I'm sorry, but actually, after David from Uruguay, every time I say I'm turning on drive-by, I don't. But it's David. He's from Uruguay, and it's like, how do you put this guy on a timeline? He's in a whole nother time zone.
David.
Only want the big fat chocolate brownies.
David, can I apologise, man? I haven't even checked your video out, and you told me about a week ago. I do apologise.
No worries, man. I'm still starting on that anyway. But I can't believe you said that to Sanchez yesterday about the chocolate brownies, man. I couldn't believe it. That was hilarious.
I had to drop it, man. I had to let him know that when he comes over, we're going to be in the building. So, yeah.
If Kelbrook doesn't sign you as his hype man, I don't know what he's going to do. He needs you as his hype man next to him.
Love it, love it, love it.
I haven't got much to say tonight. I know you're putting on drive-by, but one thing I will say, Nez, is your chat is toxic tonight, man. Toxic.
Yeah, they're always like that, dude. I don't recommend anyone go in.
Do you know what? Actually, the chat are cool, but not so much today. But yesterday it was bad. There was some stuff that was talked about which was on a different level, man. So, but today it's not so bad.
All I got to say on that is if your life is so shit that you need to come onto a chat and say, "Oh, my country's better than your country," you need to sort your life out. Do you know what I mean? Lose your virginity, go get a job, get some friends.
Yeah.
Damn.
I agree, man. I don't understand, like, anyway, the negativity. But David, man, thank you for calling in and keeping it short and sweet. We do appreciate it. We are officially turning that clock on now. All right, I'm really getting to it because it's 6 minutes to 10 over here. Wingy's over there like fucking IHOP time, you know. Not cool. All right, who do we got? 906. Forget about the hellos and goodbyes. Make sure you're talking some hotness.
Yo, what's good? You hear me?
Yeah. What's up, brother?
Forget about the hellos and goodbyes. Bring that hotness.
All right, yo. First of all, people need to stop hating on this Andre Ward fight because he has 2 fights scheduled right now. How many fighters has 2 fights scheduled at the same time? He has the Brand fight already scheduled and the Kovalev scheduled already after that. And Alex Brand was like his 5th option, I believe. Him and Virgil Hunter had to go down like a list of like 6-7 boxers, so one of them finally agreed. One wouldn't agree to a test, so I don't see why everyone's mad at Ward for this fight. It's just a 2-0 fight, and he's fighting one of the most dangerous boxers up next. It's already signed and dotted, so I don't understand why anyone's hating on him at all. That's gonna be the fight of the year. That's gonna determine the pound for pound number 1.
1 and 2, number 1 and 2.
1. It'll determine 1.
Cut it.
Yo, listen.
It's just one of them days. Don't take it personal.
Remember, the Cut It soundbite is just a friendly reminder that it's time to get you off the show because the drive-by clock has exceeded its limit. The don't take it personal soundbite is just that. Don't take it personal, brother. We are just here trying to move along. So 716 drive-by. 716 going once. 716 going twice. 716 goodbye. 347. 347, you're up.
Yep. Hello?
Yes, sir.
This me?
It is.
Oh, all right. Hold on. I got my top 5 just to be quick. I'm first time caller, but I don't need all that. I'm on drive-by.
I got Dante Wilder because he's the leader. He's the heavyweight. He knocked out all the rest. Triple G, unless said otherwise, stop hating or whatever. Kovalev, because he's hard, you just feel it. The reason why I got Andre Ward, because like everybody know, he hasn't just got punched in his face. I just want to see somebody just straight up, boom, knock him down, or not even knock him down, just hit him hard, right in the face, just so we can get that feeling. All this slick shit, I feel it, I respect it, but I need to see it with my own eyes and get punched in the face. And then Chocolatito, he's good. He's in there, and then, to say it all, invincible Pacquiao, and I only say that because Mayweather Pacquiao, the best of best, until somebody take him out. You gotta pay respect. Too many people hate it. Peace.
Peace. Good call, brother. Good call. Let's see. Antonio from Albany.
90 seconds.
Yo.
What's good, man? So, okay, 30 seconds, right? So, real quick, J-Rock, Charlo, I think it's going to be another type, Timothy Bradley, Alexander fight, where I think J-Rock is going to come out the winner and hopefully be a superstar after that. And don't be fucking surprised if Canelo takes over 154. You might see a fight down the line with those two, man. It's going to be, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be some great fights coming up.
60 seconds.
Pacquiao and fucking Jesse Vargas. Yo, stop fucking complaining. That's why we got streams out there. That's why we got the internet. I mean, if you want to buy it, don't fucking buy it. People like us, people like, they got a bunch of us that want to buy fights, no matter who's fighting. So it's like, enough with the complaining, man. You guys have some great ass shows, but the complaining shows, man, come on, man. We don't got no time to complain, man. And what's next? Real quick, if you don't mind, my top
Cut it. 405, you're live. Drive by.
How you guys doing?
10 seconds.
Catch up on the Manny Pacquiao fight with Vargas. The only thing I see is being made by Vargas because I can see him wanting Manny to get the title from Vargas. That way he can line it up for Crawford in a big pay-per-view fight. Imagine the title holders at 147 with Thurman, Crawford, Garcia, and Kell Brook if he's still breathing after that Triple G fight. But that's the only way I can see it being made is because he wants to line Crawford up for the title at 147. But that's it.
All right, brother.
Good quick call.
He ain't want that. Cut it. 626, you're up.
Yo, what up, Ness? Andre Ward. Don't need to knock nobody out. Number one pound for pound. Jesse Vargas and Manny Pacquiao, they need to go and then leave that alone. Nobody wants to see it. And J-Rock runs over Charlo because Charlo ain't never seen nothing like that before. Done.
Wow. I don't know. I'm going to have a way more difficult time than that. I like Charlo's skills and power. 310, you're live. Drive by. 310, you're live. Drive by. Nothing. 310. Okay. 503, you're up. Drive by.
Yo, what up? Yo, what's up, Ness? It's Jose from Low Oregon. Yeah, real quick. We got the Andre Ward show this Saturday. I think, he's got a tune-up in front of him. So I'm a strong believer that when you have a tune-up in front of you, you need to take him out. Referee stoppage, KO, TKO, whatever it takes. You got to put out your tune-up fight in front of you. But before I go, I got a question for Wingy. I got a kind of funny question for Wingy. Hey, who's got the funnier English accent, Triple G or Kell Brook? And I'll just that's it.
I like Triple G's accent, man.
623, drive by your life.
Yo, what's up, fellas? Out here in Phoenix.
What's up?
First off, I think the Surge out in Phoenix is 623.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Talk to us, brother.
Hello?
We hear you loud and clear. There's nothing wrong with the connection.
Hello?
Vargas, I think you may have mentioned it before. Yo, the Vargas and Pacquiao, I think you might have mentioned it before, Ness, that was going to happen. I think I put it on there too a while back. You know, everybody's talking about the Terrence Crawford. I think Manny might think Vargas is an easy one, but I think Vargas will give him a good fight. Also agree with that last caller about he just wants a title, you know. That's probably the easiest title to take. And then I don't know if he's going to fight one more time or two more times. I think he has a contract, but when you retire, you retire. Cut it, cut it, cut it,
cut it. 310, you're up.
Yo.
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 Can you hear me?
Of course, we hear you guys. How do you guys always do that?
Hello?
We hear you.
Hey, man. All right, man. This is Ricardo Lois from the Boxing Truth Radio, so don't play me like no chump. I just want to say keep doing what you're doing, NES. You're doing big things 4 years later. Shit, don't play me like a chump, man.
Nah, come on. Ain't nobody playing you like a chump. The problem is everybody always says, hello, hello, hello. We hear you guys clearly, but holy shit. Dude, I haven't heard from you in like, what, 5-6 years? Damn, Boxing Truth. Chemo, when you hear this on the podcast, you're going to love this, right? Oh, my God. You know how many callers and listeners that used to listen to your show listening? That's crazy, man. This is an honor to have you call into the show. Amazing, man. How you been?
You know, it's been 4 years since we shut it down, and I'll be honest, I haven't been following the sport as much as I used to. You know, lifelong boxing fan. I became disillusioned, but I just want to say one thing, man. People, you know, whoever Pacquiao's fighting coming up, Jesse Vargas, whatever, tune in, man. You're never going to see a cat like Pacquiao probably ever again in the sport of boxing, just due to the way that the sport is run nowadays. I was one of his biggest critics, man, as he was coming up and tearing up guys like Barrera and moving up to Hatton and Marquez. But you got to respect the man. You got to check out his last fight because you might not ever see another cat like that. Like him, don't like him. You ain't going to see a cat like him ever again. Peace out, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Man, thank you for calling in. Oh, my God. I'm going to give everybody a little backstory here on you, man. They probably don't know you, man. You're a legend in the podcast game, man. Shout out to Chavez, too, man. Tell him I still think about him, even though he's a loser. Doesn't call me no more. Yo, man, for all you guys that don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you, man. I know the Chemos and the MV Chews, Robert the Genius. Who else is long-term, man? Info Joe probably been around. Info Joe been listening to me for 3, so maybe, I don't know. Wingy, have you ever heard of the Boxing Truth? Were you around those days?
No.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's cool though, man. They were definitely hot back then, and it's actually one of those first shows that I used to call into back in the day, man. And really, he inspired me. They inspired me. I mean, obviously, I didn't really appreciate the way that they treated their callers, but that was
a great intro we gave him.
Well, no, I mean, that was accidental, right? Because it's the same, like, hello, hello. I mean, everybody listens to the show and they listen to it on the playback. It's like, hello, hello, hello. You know you're saying hello and you know we're saying hello. Like, stop saying hello. And
Les, I've got to be honest. One of the most enjoyable things is when people say hello. When I used to listen to the podcast, I used to love it. It just makes me laugh. Hello? Hello?
I don't even understand that because I specifically say, like, yo, we're going to drive by. Forget the hellos. Just talk.
Hello?
And it's like, hello? You hear me? Hello? And it's like, yeah, we hear you. Oh, you hear me? Hello? You hear me?
I love it.
I just said I heard you. Yeah.
I've got a messed up sense of humor. I love weird shit like that, man.
It's so weird, man. All right, we got some more because they still here. Damn, Ricardo fucking Lois. That was dope, man. I feel like I made it. Now, let me see. No, that's the wrong caller. 951, you're up. Drive by.
Hey, what's up, Ness? It's me, compa.
Dang, compa. I'm gonna give
hey,
you
what's up?
I'm gonna give you one before you
hey.
go. No.
It's the place to be. You've got to be there.
Hey, just give me my crow for a Postal and a Leo Santa Cruz. The gunshots too. That's it.
Damn, no, that was back-to-back losses.
Let me get another one. That's it, baby. I'm out, compa. Yeah.
Compa de Los Angeles, man. 716, your live drive-by. 716. Yo, we always get a couple breaking up on this show. Let me hear what's going on. I'll translate if anything when you don't sweat.
Hello? Yo, what the fuck is wrong with this shit?
Yo, we hear you, loud.
I love this show. You got so many
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Who's this?
Hold on. Hello? I can't hear him, Ness. Hello?
It's my first time calling.
Oh, man, you're definitely changing your voice, but it's okay. Go for it. See if you can fool us.
What I want to say is that the Jesse Vargas and Pacquiao fight is dumb as hell. So that fight shouldn't happen, though.
Yo, your voice is dumb as hell for real. That's not really your voice. Stop.
It could be Ness. It could be Ness.
It could not. It could not. He's got it.
Ness, chill. Could be. Some people could be.
You need cough drops?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
No, Ness.
I'm sorry.
I can't hear you because the fucking phone. Every single time I have problems with the phone. So.
What do you think about what do you think about the Ward Brand fight?
Help me out here, Wingy.
What do you think? What do you think about the Andre Ward versus Alexander Brand fight? Good opponent, Brand, bad opponent?
No, that fight. That I think Ward might be winning the fight by the 8th for a knockout.
Knockout in the 8th round. Okay.
All right, drive by.
Cut it.
619, you're live on the Boxing Voice. It's drive-by mode. Talk to us.
Well, sad man. Ali from Dago, and I'm gonna say I got Andre Ward stopping Brand. I think Julian Williams beats Charlo in a close decision, and Pacquiao beats Vargas. I don't think it's a horrible fight, and I actually think it's an interesting fight, but it's not the fight I want to see like everybody else. But it's happening, and that's that. All right, Boxing Voice.
Short and sweet, right on time. No need for the cut it on the intro at all. All right, ladies and gents, for all those guys hitting me up, asking for special shirts. Listen, for the Nicaraguan shirt, to my friend in the chat, contact James on Twitter, and he will create it. And since you want a shirt, we are giving away $5 off any orders over $30 or more. And that coupon code is still in effect. Actually, don't even use that. Take 15% off of everything using the coupon code HEAT. Common spell. HEAT 16 gives you 15% off everything in the store. And what else? I guess that's basically it. We do
donations. Give some donations. Nez is too humble to say it, right? But he's talking about certain equipment and certain things that would be needed. He don't want to go out and say it, man. Donate. If you can't donate, at least hit that like button, man.
Guys, this guy's one of the best hosts I've ever had. I mean, this guy.
You ain't gonna say it, man. I know you ain't gonna say it. Just donate. Help Nez out.
All right, so I'm looking for my outro because I'm sweating already. You know what I'm saying? I got to go do some laundry. Had a great workout. Great show. I appreciate you guys tuning in again. Let's see where we got to. Oh, shit. That's right, MD. Thanks for the check-in. MD did ask for 1 extra minute to come back and defend himself. I don't know. Do you need us to turn the outro off? Do you need complete silence to make this grand exit?
I mean, yes. You there, Ness?
I'm here. Oh God!
Okay.
Another person gonna say hello.
No. All right.
No, I'm putting a timer on. I'm putting a timer on. You said you want a minute. You ready?
Well, let me address two things that I did not say. I never said that I prefer a European fighter. I said European fighters don't get as much respect sometimes as American fighters.
All right, I'm
Wingy
going to
can
turn
back
the
me up
clock
on
on now, though, right?
Yeah, started on now. Yeah. I never didn't give Terrence Crawford credit before the Victor Postal fight. I thought it was a close fight, and I thought I thought Postal would win, and I was wrong, so I gave him credit. And then here's the thing, like,
did I not defend you, by the way, MD?
You did, but it's sometimes
you did, but what the fuck's up with you, man? I defended you. You did, but
my minute, Wingy, you defended me. I appreciate that.
Right, it's not hard to say that, is it? Fuck me, you're always edgy.
Well, because okay, and I never say anything blatant. I'm not saying I don't like a fighter. I make points. You could disagree with them, but calling me racist or calling me a troll just makes you not want to address my point, which kind of means you lose in addressing my point. Because you kind of just, I don't know. I just don't see it. Like, I haven't said one thing that should offend anybody. You could disagree with me. I don't agree with Ness all the time. And when I don't disagree with Ness, we Thunderdome, motherfucker. If you're not built for this shit, whatever. That's it.
All right. What is Masterpiece talking about? I played her. I don't know where's she at. Is she even in here? She getting more time than anybody. Masterpiece, is that you? Hello? Hello? 347. Ducking me. She ducking me. She ducking me. You ducking me. I see you in the chat saying laugh out loud, ducking me.
Move on. Let's move on.
Got these guns. All right. I'm going to line up some pretty good trainers and strength and conditioning coaches because I owe somebody an on-demand show now for like over a month. I'm going to make sure it's solid. As everyone's talking about this pound for pound, showing how it was our best podcast ever. Wait till you see what I got planned for this other one, all right? It's going to
it's not. Is it a fitness show?
Well, it's more about the evolution, more about training back then versus now. The, I guess, introduction of the speed bag, all those types of things is what this listener's interested in. So we'll see. We're going to try and mix it up, get some good trainers, get some good strength and conditioning coaches, and see what knowledge we can suck out of them. Remember to follow me on Twitter at NestGTO. I'm very social on there. That's where you can get me the most. And obviously on Instagram, if you want to follow these gains, the kid is getting real right.
Big up to the chat. It's still a little bit gully in there, but big up to those holding it down. Georgie, Batman Boxing.
Let me see. We got No Name Boxing. Saeed Maham. No, what is that? Mahood? I don't know. Andre, DJ Georgie Porgy, David Thomas.
Cut West.
Trojan. 20 Twins.
Moses, what up, Moses?
Swift Hands. Says something beats. I remember seeing him on Twitter though. He just started following me on Twitter, I think.
Georgie Porgy, what's happening? Scottish John.
Sigimo? Is it Sigimo Beats? Is that a Spanish or English? I don't know. Yo, send us some beats, man. Let's hear some intros. Can we get some fan-made intros? Can we get some new hot shit? What's up? Got DiBiase working double take. How DJ Georgie Porgy gonna call himself a DJ? Never sent an intro. I don't even get that. Gunshots.
Andre, no noodles and fish tonight, brother. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop to Asda and see what's going on, man. In it.
Shout out to Dollar DiBiase. Thumbs up all the way around. Follow my boy Wingy over here. Make sure you subscribe.
At UKWC Student on Twitter. Wingy Boxing on YouTube.
Definitely check out his videos because he is faster than I and reports on every single thing. So if you want to stay up to date, somehow he's getting it done over there. Corned beef sandwiches. Who's eating corned beef sandwiches?
3:15.
Better be corned beef from the deli. Anyway, I'm out, man. I'm starving talking about delis.
Peace.
Laters.
We're still record live.
We are, for sure. Because you know what I do now? I don't even put the audio out from Blog Talk anymore. I make it private before we end it, and then I take the YouTube audio, which is way better.
Good show.
And send it. So all you podcast guys out there, you get to listen to this. You see, you heard that say goodbye, but we're still live over here. It's magic.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
You hear this top quality, 128 kilobytes per second. We try to do what we can do to give you the best experience possible while on that treadmill. Make sure you get healthy.
And as Blackface would say, if you're listening to this in the past, present, or future, then definitely share that video.
Yeah,
this video.
Like it in the past, like it in the future, and like it right now in the present if you're watching it. Latest.
Peace.